welcome along to the Sky Broadband game between the visiting Tauranga Whai and the hosts, the Otago Nuggets. And it's a warm welcome to you. Round 15, the Edgar Centre in Dunedin. And Casey Frank, Andrew Mulligan on hand for this one. And Casey, this is an important game for the Whai. Unfortunately, for the Sal's NBL fixture for the Nuggets, it's not great. Their Rapid League team's been pretty good. The Whai, though, look at that points percentage. They need to be able to get that up even more with a win tonight, because they need that for the Sal's NBL ladder.
They do, and they're still chasing the Giants, who have not quite wrapped up the Rapid League standings just yet. The Whai can still catch them if the Giants slip again. And looking down to the second tier of the ladder, but we don't have to worry about in this game because we're both in the top page today.
Absolutely. And this will be a pretty good Rapid League game on the eve of the school holidays, and nothing says the Edgar Centre.
They got some nice blankets they brought from the hotel.
Nothing says Dunedin Edgar Centre in late June. This is your starting five for the Whai. And it's Boucher, Bazant, Wade, Thompson, Brook. An experienced starting five.
Wade had a huge game against the Saints, really scoring the basketball well, and Jaden Bazant, always a great closer for this squad.
And the Tauranga Whai, second on the Rapid League ladder. And starting five for your Nuggets. Night and day Otago Nuggets. Boomer, Freeman, Martin, Knox, and Rusk. And as always, the kit's on point for Rapid League, the City Edition uniforms. And our two ball deliverers walking out there with, hopefully, lasagna toppers in that night and day bag, if not lollies as well. I know I was a lasagna topper fan at night and day, at all hours of night and day when I was a student in Dunedin, Casey Frank.
Yeah, there we see the stats. You see the both teams' recent form, and then you look at the points allowed. The Nuggets third in scoring defense. The Nuggets fourth, and Whai third. Field goal percentage, the Whai the second best shooting team in the league. The Nuggets the second worst in the X Factor. Two players that can really get under your skin and cause some action defensively. Jet Thompson and Caleb Smiler will have a lot to say on the defensive side of things tonight.
Caleb Smiler previously with the Airs in 2022. Now he's at the Nuggets out of Fraser High School. Sampan, Regan Ashley, and Dylan Mead are your barter card referees for this one. It'll be Freeman and Brook to jump it up at centre court.
You can tap it again, Dylan Brook. You don't have to avoid it.
He doesn't have to tap it with his face also.
Falcons are always good.
Here's Boucher. Bazant. Freeman on him. High off the glass. Gets the friendly roll at the Edgar Centre in Dunedin.
Well, that's a lovely change of direction. Went back from the middle towards the baseline, and a tough off-balance shot with a kiss off the glass.
There is Freeman to Darcy Knox. Regathers. Three is off to the right. Darcy Knox get hit. As he
solid box out there.
Releases, and it will be Whai ball.
Not often you see the drop right into the shooting motion, but Knox was confident in that one, just couldn't quite find the line.
Bazant turns the corner, well covered by the Nuggets. Poked away by Freeman. 4 to shoot. Fall away is good.
We're feeling it. JB Smooth coming out correct early in the game of this Rapid League contest. A couple of drives to the left hand showing off that mid-range game.
Bazant averages a tick under 10 in Rapid League. Freeman, good strong defense from Denham Brook, who stays grounded as Caleb Martin. Contested three, that's off the mark. Nuggets still looking for their first field goal in this Sky Broadband Rapid League game.
And we know the Whai are a solid defense at the NBL and Rapid League level, and right now they have just shut down those penetration lanes. No ability for the Nuggets to get to the cup, unlike Jaden Bazant, who gets right there, but Freeman says get that shot out of here.
Boomer looking for the handoff to Knox. Darcy Knox left-hand drive, nicely covered by Michael Wade. Again, empty position for the Nuggets. Good defense from the Phi.
Look at that rebounding. 4 pink and teal jerseys surrounding it.
Jet Thompson with the right hand off the glass, a little strong. Knox and the Nuggets look to push. Good defense from Boucher, just harassing them in the backcourt. That three, though, finally falls. Liam Boomer connects from downtown.
And he just turns and looks and says, "You're not going to guard me here." Well, that's a mistake. Took his time and tickled the twine.
Nice feed to Denhambrook. Nice look from Bazant. That's a nice play from the Phi.
Well, good high-low action, solid post-up. And the Phi really getting their choice offensively. Close to a travel there for Rusk, who held his feet well.
More good Phi defense. This is why they're second in the Rapid League. They get the stop. They're a slower-paced team in the Sal's NBL, but they are energetic, to say the least, with a minute to go in this first quarter of the Rapid League. Jet Thompson finds the open man, and Bazant. That looks good as soon as it left the hand. Anzac Rosetto and his rug likes it on the bench.
Well, a nice find there by Jet Thompson, slicing the defense to get that through. Denhambrook starts the break on the other side. Thompson might be able to finish it.
More rug. Actually a blanket, I'm going to go.
Definitely a blanket.
Definitely a blanket, my bad.
Homemade lava lava.
Nuggets did well to stop that break. This has been a good opening quarter until they lose the handle and have a turnover. And then the first foul from the Phi on Michael Rusk.
Not a bad foul there, slowing down the break. As Michael Wade gets the foul.
Actually, first foul of the game.
Up and down we go. And it's not because of a lack of defense. The Phi are certainly locking in there, but neither team really finding that contact on the drive.
Smiler. That's a nice play to Max Stoddart.
Just too big.
And three-quarter court. Had the distance just off to the left. First quarter, all done and dusted. The Tauranga Whai with a 9-5 lead over the Nuggets. Good strong start from the Whai, and the Nuggets fight back.
Well, they finally figured out they got an advantage down there on the post, were a little bit more patient. Weren't pressed by that solid Phi defense in the opener. And we saw Jaden Bazant come out with some activity. Maybe it's because he knew he could get this deal right here, the large, big pineapple pizza, which I must say, in my own personal opinion, is an abomination. Putting pineapple, but hey, if that's your thing,
I'm just gutted that you got to that before I did. But hey, there's a reason why it's on the menu, and that's because people like it. Doesn't necessarily have to reflect the opinions of these two people who are commentating the game.
And you know, I do know there's plenty of people who are out there, and if you do love it, get Sal's Block 25. Use that QR code. If you think pineapple belongs on a pizza, you can order it from Sal's, because they have given in to the mob and finally put pineapple on their pizzas. It'll never happen in Queens at the original store. You can look that up on Fiverr, and if you need some Fiverr, you can get this Fiverr started from $50 a month for the first 12 months. The offer ends, in 3 days there. So, I mean, we might have to see what we can do most for the finals. Can we get a final special?
Absolutely, we have to.
But if not, if we don't, it might be gone. So you got to get this offer quick at skybroadband.co.nz. Or you can call 09-525-5555.
Easily the best part of any game with UKC is your ability to segue into promos and then read out the number. It's a landline.
Yes, reading and repetition is something I've really grown fond of.
Underway, second quarter, Rusk.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Along the baseline, not rewarded with the three. Bazant has 7 of the 9 5 points.
Wouldn't mind seeing the Nuggets bring out a double to Jaden Bazant's way if he comes off another arm ball. Need another body on him. He is feeling good.
And that is a foul. As Liam Davis caught it up high from a Bulls player. Another long body out there for the fight.
Yeah, it's Smiler coming in. You know he's going to be aggressive. He's going to throw his body around, a little bit too much contact to complete the steal there.
CJ Flavel in the game as well. Nice idea. Nuggets read it though.
There's Smiler. Good things happen the second he's in the game.
Broken up by Boucher.
He could have made a better decision. I'm trying to pump you up, Caleb.
Jet Thompson dropping it off to Liam Davis. And one. Max Stoddard late on the challenge. And Liam Davis will head to the line.
Liam Davis playing very well. Good size, good attack inside. And they needed some of that size to counter what Stoddard was able to do that last possession in the first quarter.
Averaging 8.5 points in Rapid League, Liam Davis. It's a good average for Rapid League, in case you're new to it. 4 4-minute quarters, 3 team fouls per quarter, no coach timeouts. Both teams have BNZ player timeouts available, 30 seconds per half. Can't carry them over from the first half to the second half.
That was an excellent synopsis of the rules.
Well, you do segues and phone numbers, and I'll do Rapid League breakdowns.
8 points a game. Leading scoring team in the competition is just under 40 points a game, so getting nearly a quarter of that solid.
Oh, nicely
still in bounds.
Saved.
Davis again.
Fives lead is 6. Boucher. Wide open is Flavel, and he knocks that down.
I just left him alone on the perimeter, and he did not hesitate. Now good pressure up the court. The Nuggets need to find a couple of answers to this pressure because they are struggling it.
Freeman sees a lane, and that's a good strong take to the hoop for Paddy Freeman.
Jet Thompson came so close to getting that steal, but Freeman does well to keep the handle going. And the Jet Thompson gamble actually ends up snake eyes on that Freeman drive. Doesn't get the finish, but heads off to the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Now, there are many in the commentary crew who humor my Rapid League 555 stat line. You're one of them. I think Taylor Johnson, Maya Williamson, maybe they do as well. There's only been one.
There's just the one.
See, that's how unique this is. 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists or steals or blocks for that matter. But a Rapid League version of a triple-double is the 555 in my eyes. And there's only been one this season. It's hard to get 5 assists.
It's a short amount of time.
Yeah.
To pick that up, to hit all aspects of the stat sheet. I mean, it's on the line there.
Yeah, it's also hard to get 5 rebounds in Rapid League as well, let's be honest.
For Casey Nwafor, he's pulling down 5 rebounds. He just falls onto the court. He's got 5 rebounds in his hand.
See, but then Casey needs that vision as well to get those 5 assists. Anyway, I digress. We're back into it. Paddy Freeman.
A lot of contact.
He felt the bump and one. They'll head back to the Chemist Warehouse line for the Nuggets.
And that's when that pressure up the court does you a little bit of harm. The kick ahead, it's basically a one-on-one. The weak side defense is all over there. Freeman, a little bit of help from Brook, but he doesn't quite get the angle. And because he has all that space with the 2 defenders and 2 offensive players off that side of the court, able to find that angle, but unable to complete the 3-point play.
Does not get the roll. Jet Thompson, the Denham Brook rebound. Fives lead is 5. 2-minute mark halfway through the second quarter. Paddy Freeman, that's the 3rd team foul as well for the Nuggets, so that shot's coming up for the fight.
Getting around to it. That is a determined look.
Jeff Sparrow coaching up the Storm for the Nuggets there. And Flavel, this is the first.
Gets out of that shot really quickly at the free throw line.
Did, didn't he?
Just gotta, take that deep breath, relax into it a bit more.
It's a quick release.
Technically a violation as well. The Shaq-style violation.
Don't start me on lane violations, please. Smiler. Freeman, face up, quick move, but nice defense from Liam Davis. Stepping out is Paddy Freeman. That is wonderfully done on the baseline by Liam Davis.
Yeah, Freeman went out for that little chicken wing and tried to create that angle, but just couldn't move Davis off the line. Strong defensive play there, giving the Phi another chance to try and build on this 5-point lead. Liam Davis is in there. Nice seal on Smiler. Jet Thompson missed him.
6 on the shot clock. Denham Brook can stroke it.
Let that fly.
He proves me right. Thank you, Denham Brook.
First catch, first bucket, Denham Brook. Looking smooth with the three-point shot.
Stoddard gets Denenbrook to bite, left-hand finish. Pretty move from Max Stoddard.
That is lovely footwork and sleight of hand there. Goes up for the right, the little step through, back to the left. Nuggets staying in this, finding their offensive flow here in the second quarter.
Out of James Hargis College, then St Andrews College for the year 12 and 13, Max Stoddard. A Division II NCAA career as well, over 100 games. Good stick-to-itiveness in the NCAA Div 2. Casey Frank.
Nothing like a little college life for the basketball players. So many opportunities for young players from Aotearoa heading over to the States now.
Well, University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. 3 years there after a year at Concordia University, Irvine. Colorado Springs sounds nice. You been there, Casey?
I believe that's where the Air Force Academy is as well. Could be wrong.
Flavel back at the line.
Yeah, there's the violation.
There's the lane violation. It's a scourge on the game, and it must be stamped out.
He just needs to stay in that shot a little bit longer. He's gotten into a bad habit of trying to follow that off the free throw line there.
He doesn't have to do what Giannis does and takes a long time with an opposition count. The home fans. Freeman, though, with the finger roll.
That's a drop-off by Christian Martin there. That initial penetration, drawing multiple defenders and giving Freeman the space for that just straight-on finger roll right in the teeth of the defender.
Eight on the shot clock. The kick out. The three. Freeman has it for the Nuggets. Russ can hold it up for the final shot of the half. And Paddy Freeman just about traveled trying to get the timeout.
Yeah, probably would have just kept going with 3 seconds left. 2.3, it's going to be difficult to catch that with a little bit of forward momentum. On his initial cash with 4 seconds, I thought he could have made a little move. Oh, then they give it back to him. That's some good home cooking there. Give him an extra second, I think. But 3.5 seconds, plenty of time to create something, and multiple shooters out there, the fighting to worry about.
Knox to activate it. What have they drawn up? Catch by Freeman. And what is the call on the baseline? And is that...
It's foul on the floor.
Foul on the floor, just a little bit too much leg action.
Good foul. Or was that the third one? Well, we're in the bonus. Never mind. Not a good foul. The exact opposite thereof.
This will make it Paddy Freeman, who does go back to the line. This will make it interesting heading into the second half. And if he can't get the roll, that's a fraction less interesting.
Yeah, could have cut it to one possession with a couple of makes, but considering how that offense struggled to start off, being down 4 heading into the second isn't too bad, but the Phi take there. BNZ player timeout.
Paddy Freeman now 3 for 5 from the Chemist Warehouse strike. Get your ticket to the big game thanks to the BNZ player timeout. There's only about 11 games left in the season, roughly. Don't quote me on that, but just a quick count before we went to air. So scan that QR code. Try and find a game near you and try and win those tickets.
Yeah, looking for groups of 5 or more. Got to come together big.
Denenbrook. Oh, Denenbrook on the turnaround. Knocks it down.
Jaden Bazant loves it. Denenbrook is nonplussed. He's just like, I expected that to go. Take another look at the replay.
That was not the replay we were after.
Well, Sparrow with some nice steeliness watching that one go through.
I mean, you can just cop the L on that play. That's just shot-making ability of Denenbrook.
Well, let's get to the Chemist Warehouse stats. Patrick Freeman and Denenbrook leading scorers in the ball game. Brook 2 for 2 from deep, including that buzzer beater at the half. Good support from Jaden Bazant, who got things started. And Max Darden was strong inside for the Nuggets on the glass. An advantage to the Phi overall. But leading rebounders in the game, Thompson and Boomer 2 apiece. Jed Thompson 4 assists, dishing those dimes. Jaden Bazant not too far behind. 3 with the single. There's the lone block in the game. Denham-Brook doing it from deep and doing it defensively as well. 4 steals in the game. What a piece for Rusk, Boucher, and Davis. Good activity there in that first half for the Tauranga Whai. Found some good efficiency on the offensive end as Jaden Bazant did get started with those drives to the cup. We see Alex Stojkovic coaching this Whai team, soon to be the head coach for the Poakai in the To'ihi League. That season's right around the corner, finishing up his time with the Whai and hoping to try and drive them to a rapid league title.
Some team stats for you, thanks to the Chemist Warehouse, the official stats partner of the South NBL. Whai shooting 8 of 12, 66%. The Nuggets, 5 for 11. 1 for 4 for 3 are the Nuggets. 4 for 6 with a Whai on that Denham-Brook prayer at the end. 6 of those 8 shots were assisted on by the Whai. Just 3 assists for the Otago Nuggets.
For the Whai, it actually could be a little bit worse for the Nuggets. 1 for 5 from the Chemist Warehouse strike. Leaving that door slightly ajar for a Nuggets comeback.
21-14 is your halftime score. Yeah. In Dunedin, the Edgar Centre. And we got an offensive foul.
Legal screen on Denham-Brook.
Just moving all over the shot.
Got to stay stationary on those screens. It's a point of emphasis this year.
Inside to Stoddard, back again, sees a double. Good position, and he's fouled.
Travel.
No, it's a travel.
Travel first before the contact. Nice job by Denham-Brook to stay solid there, straight up and down, and force Stoddard into a difficult position that he could not get out of. Oh, what a dime by Jet Thompson.
And Denham-Brook is fouled. He'll head to the line.
Thompson looking for assist number 5 there. With a little wraparound right into the shooting pocket. Denham-Brook says, I'll take that, and I might just hit double figures if I can get a couple from the Chemist Warehouse stripe here.
How exciting is it for the Whai to leave Bay of Plenty, Mount Maunganui, Tauranga region, and head to a southern swing in late June?
I tell you what, it is not a real southern swing unless it's in June or July.
Yeah.
You know, they've got these swings in April and March, and like, oh, we got a southern swing. And like, no, that's not the southern swing. If you can't see your breath inside the Edgar Center, that is not a true taste of the Deep South.
They've got the Sharks in 48 hours' time. And that's a big game. If they can get the win here in the South NBL game, and they basically have to win out just to secure themselves a spot. 10 wins will get you in. Anything less than that, it comes down to points percentage. And another illegal screen on Denham-Brook.
Denham-Brook is just trying to get out of that screen for the pop, really. So he just has to stay still for another half second there. Not even that long, but able to do it. And speak about the Whai, what they have to play for Sunday against the Sharks. Well, the Sharks, they got their eyes on a home eliminator final.
Yeah.
If they can take the victory there, it would be a huge boost to this Shark season. Had a tough start, but they are playing great basketball right now.
Same record as the Taranaki Airs, but they have a better points percentage for the Airs. So they're in 3rd, the Sharks 4th, currently. It changes every night at the moment.
It's tough to plan, tough to make plans for these teams for the league, but this is exciting. Everybody's got a chance coming down the stretch. Should be a whole lot of fans on pins and needles out there.
Bazant, 7 first quarter points, hasn't scored since. Jet Thompson has it poked away. Nice defense on the baseline and then stolen. And with the right hand, not even using the backboard, Michael Wade gets his first bucket for the game.
I thought that was going to go off the glass. He goes with a straight high finger roll on the break. Rarely seen, but executed well in this case.
Brook with the nice hands, knocks it away.
Check out the replay. I'm not sure he 100% means to do this, but he's able to avoid that block and come straight up in. Impressively done.
Brook and Bazant sit. Liam Davis and Flavel out there. CJ Flavel. Casey and I believe that he's not related to to Judd Flavel, but if that's different, please let us know on socials.
I should just text Juddy and find out.
Actually, he's in our group chat, Casey. I can't believe we haven't done that before we went on air.
Oh,
he's got more important things to do than answer us.
Yeah, putting together a team. I hear there's going to be some announcements soon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for that next Tall Black squad.
Oh, I can't wait. Junior Tall Blacks. We'll talk about that in the main game as well, because the Junior Tall Blacks in action this weekend, tomorrow night, in fact.
We're missing one of the players here.
Yeah.
Would be, of course, watching Xander Marsters right now playing the Rapid League. Carter Hopeboy, as well, with the 5. Both teams over there giving it a go. Nice trap. See if they can keep it going.
He knew he fouled straight away, did Michael Rusk.
It was almost like your kids when they just try not to look at the thing that they did wrong and say, what didn't happen? If I don't see it, it's not real.
You didn't see it. If I didn't see it, if I act like I didn't see it, you didn't see it, Dad.
I thought he might have gotten away with it for a bit.
Thompson.
This is little zone action now. It's almost a 2-1-2.
Nice kick out. It's a high arcing 3. Could not drop for Wade. I just need to string some buckets together here. The defense is stout, and that is good defense from Boucher until he was called for the foul.
A strong drive, the aggressiveness of Christian Martin rewarded there, I think, right into the heart of the defense, finding that contact from Boucher and not fading away from it. Able to convince the Buttercard officiating crew that the foul was made. Now he's off to the Chemist Warehouse strike. 2 would really do well for this Nuggets team. Rattles out the first.
I like the tight and the shading.
It's tight, eh?
The accent on the Nuggets uniforms there. You can get those through the merch store. We'll pop the QR code up for you. And he's good on the second. I like the fact they've got Otapote on the front of their uniforms as well.
City editions. Well done. There you go, merch store, if you like those city editions.
Shout out to our director.
John is doing it all.
He's doing it all, and literally almost a one-man band. We appreciate you. Freeman. 8-point lead for the fight. It's a sign of a great director, isn't it? Just having to call shot changes, listen to the commentary, and getting the graphic up to complement it.
Definitely more than we can do.
Absolutely.
Good pace from the 5. Let's see if it turns into something.
It's just good defense from Patty Freeman.
Davis, nice strong move. Deep position, but Freeman, he's got some length down there, can make it difficult.
It's definitely pushed up a notch in pace, hasn't it? This third quarter as we head towards the end of it.
Nice drive by Martin attacking the rim, but it's coming right back at him and off the hand of Rusk, unfortunately, for the Nuggies.
Oh, it might have been poked away by the Nuggets anyway. But it will be 5 ball on the baseline. Defense has stepped up for the Nuggets. It's not as easy as it was in the first half of the fight.
Yeah, both teams lifting that offensive efficiency. Well, it has a lot to do with the pace. Look how much faster teams are executing now in the second half. Might have just warmed up.
Flavel, nice move. Darcy Knox was there, but CJ Flavel was stronger. And he'll head to the line for an and 1 situation.
Look at this little jab step to the middle by Flavel. Freezes. The defense and sets up Darcy Knox for failure underneath the hoop. Not where you want your point guard to be, is the back line of defense. Flavel takes advantage. Let's see if he can't get it from the free throw line. His first make from the Chemist Warehouse on the day.
Shot clock is off for the end of the third. Darcy Knox waiting for the on ball. Rusk. Knox up high. And then a foul. The Nuggets will take that. 0.3 to go.
Good attack on the glass by Liam Boomer there. Doesn't leave Darcy Knox alone. Darcy Knox misses that first shot. He gets a hand to it first, and then Boomer, right place, right time, because of the work rate. With just 0.3 on the clock, just barely beating the buzzer. 2 free throws will make this a more realistic chase in the fourth quarter if the Nuggets can complete. Just the iron unkind today from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
I reckon those
on the Nuggets.
I reckon those rims, Casey, they can make swords from Game of Thrones with that iron. That will do us for 3 quarters, 28-19.
There's not a lot of give in those rims. Everything's too cold.
It just needs like an eighth of the tension taken off.
Yeah, just an eighth. All right, well, let's make a tech, see what can happen. Taking a look at the Chemist Warehouse stripes after 3 quarters. The Phi shooting a tidy 58% overall and 50% from beyond the arc. The Nuggets down there at 37% and just 25 from deep. The free throws, slight improvement for the Phi here in the second half, up to 4 of 8. The Nuggies at 6 of 9, but a rebound advantage and 7 assists for the Tauranga Whai. We'd love to see that on 10 baskets, a 70% assist rate. Really creating for their teammates in that case, and that is why they are in control of this ball game right now. Nuggets need a little bit of help. It would help, especially if they could get a couple from deep. And those are your Chemist Warehouse stats, all thanks to the official stats partner of the NZNBL, Chemist Warehouse.
Big game coming up between these two teams in the Sal's NBL. See how deep they go into this bench, their Rapid League team. No imports allowed in Rapid League. And if you do have an import on the bench, they are not able to play. That is the luxury the Rams have with CJ Pena. And we're back underway, 4th quarter. Phi have led for the majority of this game. Knox, open look. Freeman, right place, spinning.
That's tough.
That is real tough over the outstretched arm of Dylan Brook.
Just Freeman really understands the advantage his length provides with that little fadeaway, just enough to keep Denham Brook challenge from having any effect on his shot.
Bazant going at Freeman, shaked him, froze him, missed it though.
Flavel, nice attack on the rim there. Extra possessions, not what the Nuggets want to give away.
Dropping it off for Boucher.
Oh, go and bang that, Jaden Boucher. Went for the early layup instead. Nice find by Jet Thompson, adding another assist to his tally. He's now got 5.
Oh, that's how you get a lead under control. That is a strong drive by Chris Martin. And he'll head to the line for an and 1 opportunity. Christian Martin. Nuggets trying to pull it in. Looking to make it 6 for the Phi.
5 points for Martin. This will be 6 for him if he hits it. And free throws again.
Just 6 for 12, but the hustle on the glass comes to naught. Denham Brook cleans it up.
No, Martin takes that away from Freeman on the challenge.
Smiler tried to claim the foul, but better defense on CJ Flavel.
Well, they got numbers. They need to attack.
They don't need a 3.
But they wanted one, and now the fast break's over.
In your face! The Nuggets say, we'll take that 3.
Secondary transition works just as well. Christian Martin really lifted his work rate here in the second half. 8 points for him now on that triple, and the Nuggets in striking distance.
Coffin corner, and then just too aggressive is Patty Freeman. Great trap.
Let's take another look at the handoff. Flavel was there defensively, but not quite close enough to keep Freeman from getting his eye in and finding the range. Sorry, Martin, that is.
It's 1 team foul apiece. 3rd one you're shooting in Rapid League. Shot clock was shortening, and it's Denham Brook again. Following down a rebound. He's got 10 points and 4 boards.
Oh, look at that angle.
The roll is good.
It just had no business going in. He hit that so low on the left corner of the basket there, but really good understanding of the angle he needed to drop off.
Poked away. Scrappy. Ball is loose. Whose ball is it? It's going to be the Phi's. We're all waiting for the whistle, the jump ball, and the possession arrow, but it wasn't secured by both teams at the same time, but it ends up with the Whai.
Love the work rate of Christian Martin here today, especially in this second half, scoring the ball well, dives after that possession. Nearly is able to save it, but just a little bit wayward with the save attempt. Goes out of bounds. But 6 points, it's reachable. They need a stop here to begin that chase, though.
NZNBL can't wait for the game to start so he can warm up. He's got that blanket around his shoulders now.
I think he's picked up a second one.
I think he has. I think you're right.
He is not built for the South.
Bazant's three is good, and that's pretty much it.
Close that door, Jaden Bazant says. It's cold outside. I want to warm up. Nails that triple. Has not really attacked since that opening quarter, but 5 straight. And suddenly the Fire in control again.
Nuggets winding down the shot clock here with now 9. And then Paddy Freeman does his best, but it's going to be Whai ball with exactly a minute to go and a 9-point lead.
A solid effort by the Nuggets. Just weren't able to execute when they needed it most. And for the Whai, they were able to lean on Jaden Bazant, lean on big shots from Denham Brook. And as a collective defensively, knuckling down at the right time.
I love to see it. Anzac Rossetto giving up a blanket to Denham Brook on the bench there.
Shoot that ball, Jaden Boucher.
Handles lost.
It's a giving season. Down in Dunners.
Freeman, right hand fouled with 42.1 to go.
I actually thought that might have gotten touched on the glass as well. But the block ruled legal by Davis. The contact, not so much.
And this Rapid League team of the Whai keeping pace with the Nelson Giants, who have 1 game remaining, I believe.
Yes, I think it's a lucky last.
And so the Whai hoping that they drop that and they keep winning. They have 3 games, including this one, remaining, so 2 after this one. Paddy Freeman misses the first. They've got South and Sharks in 2 days' time. Then they host the Jets to end it. Second one is good. Points for and against matter in these games, especially at this end of the season. Might define the top 6 chances in the Sal's NBL. CJ Flavel giving it up, gets it back. And a whistle on the wing there.
Giants' last game is against the Sharks in Nelson.
Banger of a game.
That's it. There's going to be something on the line there.
That is going to be huge for the Giants. They have done such a remarkable job of jettisoning 2 imports and turning it around.
Great job of jettisoning imports.
Well, you make it. It's a tough call to make. You know, you've got to really...
Especially Nelson. They traditionally have stuck with the decisions they made at the start of the season. And this time, Coach Mike Fitchett decides to make a change, and it has just provided some dividends.
I don't mean it like great job firing people, but they rescued their season almost. And it might play out that they have indeed made the right call in a timely way.
Players can go on to have success, and it's sometimes just not the right situation. Good players get fired sometimes. I know I like to think of myself as, okay, I got fired a lot.
How many times? I'm going to go at least 3.
Oh, more than 3. The Breakers fired me twice.
I've been generous. Now, fair enough. They brought you back a 3rd time.
It's true. They did.
10 is the lead for the Whai. Oh, poked away. Nice defense. Jet Thompson.
Oh, with the splits.
That's pretty, Jet.
Putting on the show.
BNZ player timeout.
Jet Thompson talked about his ability to create havoc defensively in pregame, and there you see it. Active on the glass. Finishes with flair. And gives you a chance to get a player timeout ticket to the big games. QR code scanned, all thanks to BNZ. Of course, not a lot of basketball left. Got to get it in by next week, so you better get those requests in quickly.
Smiler out of this BNZ player timeout with 22.9, 14 on the shot clock. Kick ball, and to go again. Sam Pam will wander over and just confirm the time off the clock. Maybe puts them back on.
Well, the Nuggets now turn their focus to the Sal's NBL. Can they end their slide, end the home season for the Nuggets with a little bit of joy?
Smiler looking for somebody, finds Christian Martin. Oh, stripped away, nice hands. That's what Jet Thompson can do.
He's asking for honesty.
He is.
Martin says,
Christian Martin,
you are incorrect, Jet.
That did not come off me last.
You have 12 or 20 seconds. Let us get a jumper, bro.
He's going to shoot it, is Chris Martin. Nups has it. Finds Rusk. Took 2 steps to his left and knocks down that 3.
Yeah, finds the range. Timeout to the 5. They'll use a player timeout now. 9 points of difference. Not sure what's going to be the finish, but certainly the Tauranga Whai are understanding they need some extra points in this finals race. They're chasing. Beautiful shot here by Michael Rusk.
Great catch to get his feet set. Looked like he took steps, but he didn't.
Ray Allen-esque.
Yeah.
In the corner there.
Yellow rope 3. Maybe not quite as deep in the corner. Maybe less on the line.
Less pressure, but you know, a shot's a shot.
Didn't even look down.
Similarities.
Didn't even look down, Ray Allen. Just knew.
He just knew.
Just knew.
That's that OCD.
That is repetition. It is. We've got a foul. It's going to be on Boomer.
We're going to be shooting free throws.
Yeah.
Well, we are doing our best to stretch this one out. See if we can get another possession. I'm pretty sure we're all out of ANZ player timeouts, or BNZ ones as well.
And both teams have used them.
We'll be using that one in the cuts.
Makes the second. 11 is the lead. 9.8 for the Nuggets.
Whai looking for another steal here.
You want that margin to be favourable. And it's not going to be as favourable as they would have hoped.
Whai looking for one more bucket. Go deep with the Jet Thompson. See what happens. The foul.
Michael Rusk, just the cynic. I love it. You're not going to get a 3 on me. You're going to make you earn it from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
And it's been tough for the Whai at the Chemist Warehouse stripe today. They haven't had that range as much as they'd like.
I appreciate that. Boucher making the second.
No, that's up to 9 for 13 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe now. We can finish strong, get it to a 10-point lead, unless we have another miracle shot.
Left it on the front of the rim, and Jet Thompson. And he gets fouled. He does.
Oh, no.
He's going to the line.
And he gave the fist pump.
He did. He appreciated that. He's rewarded for that hustle. We might have the main game around 9.
Oh, Jet
9
Thompson.
PM.
4 points, 5 assists.
Tell me.
But just 2 rebounds.
Damn.
Maybe 3 on that one. So he's just short of the 5x5.
Rapid League 5, triple 5. See how hard it is. You know, Chris Martin, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Jet Thompson.
0.4 on the clock. Let's see if we can't get one more foul by the Whai in here.
Walk all the way down. It'd be their 3rd team foul as well.
Oh, chuck it out.
Oh,
see
yeah.
Oh, good effort.
That's it, though. The Whai get the 11-point win. They put 44 up. Well done to the Whai. It was a high-scoring 4th quarter. Both teams had 14. And it will be the Whai who walk off the floor at the Edgar Centre in Dunedin with the win in Rapid League. And here are your stats leaders for the game.
Bazant did it early, did it late. 12 points for him. Denham Brook with some huge triples in that 2nd quarter. Patty Freeman with 10. Christian Martin did a lot of work in that 4th quarter to get to his 8th. The leading rebounders in the game, a 16-13 rebound advantage overall to the Whai. Denham Brook and Darcy Knox, top of the pack for their teams. Jet Thompson, 2 rebounds shy of the 3x5. There are the assists. Thompson, your leading man there. Knox, Martin, Bazant, all with 2. Overall, 8 assists for the Whai, 6 for the Nuggets. The big block by Denham Brook And then the steals, the turnover game. Darcy knocks the best of everyone too, but overall, one more to the Phi, helping them win that possession game.
We'll be back on air in under 15 minutes time for the main game between the Phi and the Nuggets in the Sal's NBL. Until then, enjoy some more Sky Broadband Rapid League and Sal's NBL highlights. Kia ora te whānau, nō mai hoka mai. Welcome back to Otapote Dunedin at the Edgar Centre. It's the Otago Nuggets, 2-15 on the season, last place team on the Sal's NBL ladder, hosting the Tauranga Whai, looking to keep their playoff chances alive with a win here in Dunedin. Currently 9th. And by the end of this round, they could find themselves in the top 6 with a win here. And then 48 hours later, a win in Invercargill. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand. And Casey, big game. Every game's a big game at this end of the season. No matter where you are on the ladder, you want to end on a high. You want to end up in the playoffs. That's what the Whai are aiming for in this game.
They're absolutely right. In 6th spot. They separated it to 10th spot by just 2 losses. Just 3 losses to get all the way up to 3rd. There is no difference. Back at home, the fans think that the Nuggets do not have that great of a chance today. Just 26% of the vote. The Whai haven't been playing the best basketball. They don't have their head coach, Matt Lacey. They don't have a couple of their players, but they're still favorites in this one against the Nuggets team that has been searching for ways to get off the schneid, but haven't found it yet.
Yeah, they haven't won, I believe it's since early April, the Nuggets, which is unfortunate, but not through a lack of effort. It's just been those 4th quarters, Casey, as you pointed out in your preview on the Sal's NBL website, NZNBL. They just haven't been able to finish games off consistently, and that has been the reason why they're not on that page of the graphics of the ladder.
Yeah, they took a big loss to the Canterbury Rams, who are at the top of the table. The Saints on the chase. And we get down to the 2nd half of the ladder. The Whai in 9th place, but still in position that if they win out, they have a chance to make the finals. And I think if you get 10 wins, you're going to get in. So in my opinion, controlling their own destiny. The Nuggets, well, they just want to play a little bit of spoiler. Just let them spoil somebody else's parade. Make it a little rainy and maybe, just maybe, get some big win for the home crowd in the final game of their home schedule this season. Taking a look at the upcoming fixtures, the Hawks and Saints tomorrow in the Hawks Bay. Another one, the Hawks still trying to stay in it. The Saints still got a chance for first, but this Tuatara Jets game.
Huge game.
That's the one. A lot on the line there. I think the loser of that one might be saying bye-bye to the finals. The Sharks with a chance against this Whai team on Sunday to get up there and wrap it up. And the Rams Airs in between. The Airs still fighting for a 3rd one. It's all on the line here.
Well, really for the Airs, it's going to be a home qualifying final.
Pretty much. Yeah, if they do get that one, they're more than likely going to get a home game in the next week. So a lot on the line for these teams up and down the country this weekend.
Certainly, every game matters in the Sal's NBL, and this is a great example of it. Now, for the visitors, their starting 5 disrupted by the fact that their coach and 2 players on national duties with the junior Tall Blacks. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the broadcast. It's an exciting time for the JTBs, but here is the starting 5, and really this game offensively, how it goes will be how Mojave King goes in the handful of games he's played so far for the Whai since coming into it mid-season from Puerto Rico. He's averaging 18.5 a game. The Shawns, Bairstow and Murphy, Anzac Rosetto's been big for them, literally and figuratively. He's been great on the glass, and he's helped pick up some of the scoring slack. And Cruz Pero Hunt has been excellent as well, and we spoke to him before we went to air.
3 games to play, and the Whai more than likely need all 3 wins to make the finals. What's the plan at keeping the team focused and on the task at hand of beating the Nuggets tonight?
Yeah, I think it's a lot to do with discipline. I think we've had a few losses back to back, and we kind of need to respond with, good composure in the long run, and yeah, just consistency on our effort plays. Those 1%ers are definitely going to get us wins, especially the close ones. So yeah.
And the Whai failed to top 80 points over your current 3-game skid. What's the strategy to find a higher level of offensive execution?
Yeah, I think our defense is something that we pride ourselves on. I think if we can get that going tonight, just kind of pushing in transition and trying to execute in that way, but also, yeah, a lot of it is to do with our half-court execution, and yeah, just doing that at a high level would be really good in these last 3 games.
Awesome, I appreciate your time. Thanks.
The Whai favourites at the mixedImpact.com poll. Cruz Pero Hunt, he's been nice for them, 14.5 points a game. And how he goes distributing the ball, working with Mojave King. It'll be interesting to see. And for the night and day Otago Nuggets, Bardsley and Aitchison have been there for a long time now. They've seen it all. They've won championships, and this is a season to forget for this team. But they're playing for pride, playing for honour, and they haven't given up. That is for sure. And the likes of Carey Jr. and Seabury, they will pick up a lot of the scoring slack for those two imports. And Jono Jansen, he is a big part in the middle there and how he will patrol the paint. We also caught up with him before we went to air.
The Fi play some of the best defense in the league. What is the key for the Nuggets to improve their offensive execution to generate points against a team that's so solid defensively?
I think more importantly, we gotta really move the ball. Like move the ball, get them moving. Like they're a really great team at getting back and getting set. If we can get the ball moving quickly and attacking the fast break, I think that's going to open up a lot more opportunities for us moving forward.
And what's the squad's focus coming into the last few games of the season, especially the last home game tonight in front of the fans that have been supporting you all season?
Just go out there and give it 110%. Play hard every single possession and just enjoy it, really. You know, there's nothing to lose right now, so we just got to enjoy every single moment right now. So, yeah.
Thanks and best of luck.
Jono Jansen's been great, 17.5 a game, 8 boards a game. Tall Black in 21. And he's played for the Rams and Hawks previously. Also played in Australia, NBL 1 for 3 seasons. And here's how the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head stats look.
Well, you see that losing streak for the Nuggets, but the Fi, things have turned sour for them at the wrong time. You look at this points allowed, the Nuggets giving up the most points in the competition. The Fi giving up the least. Take another look at those 3-point shots. The Nuggets, they're up there towards the top, and that if Don Carey Jr. gets hot, he can lift that up a bit. That 3-point percentage for the Fi, though, second worst in the competition. They just are not finding the range with any regularity. A little bit of form there would do them good. And the X factors for me, it's Jalen Seabury and Sean Barstow. Jalen Seabury has only topped double figures once in his last 3 games. Sean Barstow just once in his last 5. The import that is able to find a little bit of form today on the offensive side of things, I think that goes a long ways towards trying to claim that victory for their squad.
Well, Casey, the pace has always been a factor of the Fi. It's been, I guess, a trademark, a hallmark of the way that they play. And they are last in pace. The offense per 100 possessions is the slowest in the Sal's NBL. It's just the way it is designed, by design, for Matt Lacey, who's not there. But, geez, look at the way that they concede points, the Nuggets. And that just might take the Fi out of their game somewhat.
Well, it's going to be interesting because as of late, I think this Nuggets squad has played a little bit better defensively. But they've given up some blowouts against teams like the Rams that are excellent offensively. But the Fi, not excellent offensively. They slow it down. They do a nice job of keeping possession. They're third in the competition in turnover rate, doing a nice job of not giving it over. But the Nuggets, if they can find a way to lift up that turnover game, force the Fi into a couple more steals, I think they can find themselves right in this one, especially without Carter Hopeboy. I think leaving Anzac Rosetto in the middle by himself makes it a difficult task without his partner in crime there above the rim.
Well, for the Fi, they've just cracked the 100% points percentage mark with the Rapid League win. And so a win here.
There you go. That gets them in the mix.
It certainly does, because the points percentage is what will be the tiebreaker if it comes down to wins and losses are the same.
That is it. That is the one and only. Well, there's got to be another tiebreaker after that, just in case the points percentages are.
It's your league, man. I'm just calling the games.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look up the numbers on that one to see exactly.
Do you think it goes in the head-to-head matchup?
I will say nothing on air because somebody's going to call me on it later and say, you said. We're going to have to look in the rule books. I'll talk to General Manager Marie Taylor.
Don't use Marie's name. She does not want you doing that.
That's kind of why I did.
Yeah, I know you did that. I'm sorry, Marie. I can't.
She needs some pub, man. More unsung heroes.
She does a great job. A lot of unsung heroes making this league happen.
We talked a lot about Justin Nelson this year. Can we talk a little bit about
Marie? You know what? We don't give Marie Taylor her flowers enough.
Justin, a lot of ideas. Marie was doing the typing, let me tell you.
Maria, well done.
Well done, Marie.
That bag is full of lasagna toppers. I'm sure of it from night and day.
Oh, focus.
Great sponsors. Wonderful ball deliverer. Look at that.
He
on
knows
point.
exactly what's going on. He's straight around into the photo.
Fantastic.
Great following of instructions.
Great work, young man.
Oh, don't keep the ball, though.
Jono Jansen. Hopefully there's a ball in there. It doesn't look like there is.
I do want to know what's in the night and day backpack.
I'm saying lasagna toppers. Nice work, Mike
I
Kelly.
like
as
the
well.
thought. I like the thought.
Well, I know when I was in Dunedin as a student, I had lasagna
Kick
toppers
ahead.
in my bag, and it's Mojave King almost getting the alley-oop to start the game.
Kutro Hunt just a little wayward with that pass. I'll tell you what you don't want to do the first possession of the game if you're not quite warmed up in Otago is go for the lob. Give me a couple of times up and down the court first before we're going for full Allen athleticism.
I know they call Forsyth Bar the lunchbox, among other things, the Sistema. Maybe just Edgar Centre, some nights it just can feel like a fridge.
Quick release, Don Carey Jr.
Stepping back, knocking down that three.
And that is a bad sign for the Phi. If he gets his eye in, this is a different Otago Nuggets offense that we're going to see, because he has the ability to hit 7, 8, 9 threes tonight if he gets a chance.
Oh, nice execution. Rosetto gets free underneath.
Oh, that was a violation.
Puts in reverse. Yeah, you're right in front of the referee.
That should have been a violation. That was a crossing over.
They better not call a lane violation on the free throw tonight as a result of that.
A nice attack by Rosetto, though. I love that little high-low action, giving him touches early.
Jansen, stout defense from Rosetto, poked away.
Oh, 4 seconds on the clock. Got to get it up, Seabury.
Seabury, double clutch.
That hit the rim.
And that is going to be a shot clock violation. Just going back on that three there as well by the Otago Nuggets. Phi very good at protecting and defending the three-point line. Around about 30% opposition is shooting the deep ball, and they are going to have to watch out for the Nuggets. So they get free on the three. The game might not go their way. And that ball bounced out, near ball.
The range finder not quite locked in just yet for the Phi. Let's see what the Otago Nuggets have in retort. I feel this one's going to be a half-court arm wrestle today. Both teams not really looking to push that pace, but execute here within those quarter thirds.
Aitchison. Oh, nice find to Matt Bardsley. A couple of championship winners for the Otago Nuggets connecting there.
And Mojave King just caught asleep looking at the rim there. Bardsley always active. Kinetic energy rewarded on the cut to the cup.
Slippery Eagle. I prefer Slippery Eagle. See, there he is.
Well, look at that rotation. He's at the top of the zone there, and he comes down to take that pass away. You love that work rate.
He's going to track that down from Carey Jr. Saves the possession, and he drives. Oh, great finish around Mojave King, who is an athletic shot blocker on the chase.
Seabury with the late gamble there. Gives up the open triple for King.
Jansen with the board. Nuggets with the 7-2 lead here.
The Nuggets feeling good early. And I really like the way they're moving around. That's the key right now for this attack.
Nice finish.
Beautiful spacing. Had 4 perimeter players really forcing that help out of the corner off Bardsley to come late. And I like this timeout for Tana Bennett. You know, you're going to have to figure out what's going on offensively, because the Nuggets have taken them out of their comfort zone.
Well, mentioning no Matt Lacey, head coach for the Phi, no Carter Hopoi, usually starts for the Phi, and Xander Masters usually comes off the bench for the Phi, all on New Zealand duty for the junior Tall Blacks. Get your large, big pineapple pizza. And I promise we won't call the cops on you if you order that.
I don't know.
But that's why they have it on
the
the menu, because people like it.
Somebody does, just not me. There's plenty of pizzas for me, though, but at least the people of like the big pineapple get their chance on it here. $36.99. Use that online code, SalsBlock25, or the QR code if you must have this abomination to pizza worldwide everywhere. But if that's what you like, that's what you like. I love it.
I'm sure it's a very good one if you're into that. Our director just said pineapple's allowed on pizza.
And that is why you are not in charge of the pizza order, Tia. Anybody who just is going to say pineapple's allowed, it is allowed. Lots of things are allowed in life. Just because it's allowed doesn't mean it's preferred.
Junior Tall Blacks. I'm going to get back on basketball before we slander the
I really hope Sals doesn't get mad at me for knocking down the pineapple pizza, but I got to be me. I love all the other pizzas. I'll eat them all.
Junior Tall Blacks go up against Argentina in pool play. Live on the FIBA YouTube channel tomorrow night. Jackson Ball, Will Blight, Lucky Crate, Oscar Goodman, Julius Halafanoa, Carter Hopwoy from the Xander Masters as well. Back underway, among others. Big time. Great unit heading towards, hopefully, a top 10 finish, if not deeper into the tournament, as Mojave King felt like he was fouled, and Anzac Rossetto just cleans it all up.
To me, if I'm the Phi, that's my answer. I'm going to go into the hands of Anzac Rossetto and just let him use his power and strength down low and force that defense to succumb to my wishes.
Oh, nice find again from Aitchison. This time it's Jono Jansen getting free.
But a beautiful back pit set there by Don Carey Jr., taking out Anzac Rossetto and opening him up for that cut.
Josh Aitchison, the accountant, getting them in the black defensively for the Nuggets.
Cruz Pero Hunt was not counting on that defender being there. Josh Aitchison counted the numbers and figured out he could get the angle.
Smiler commits the foul off the bench and into the game.
Caleb Smiler, I like what he brings to this team. On the defensive side of things, he's going to be able to keep that activity at a high level, and that's the key. The Nuggets have to match this Tauranga Whai's work rate defensively, and they've done well early in this game to do so.
Handoff to Mojave King. Former breaker, now 3 deal with the Adelaide 36ers.
I'm not across that one.
No.
You've been paying more attention to Oregon than I have.
No, sorry, he's been at the Adelaide 36ers. My bad. Seabury. Jansen with the offensive rebound.
Second chance points. Jansen falls in his hands, and look at this 10-point lead for the Nuggets. The crowd is pumped.
And this is what the Nuggets can do at home.
I like this zone against the Phi. Force them into perimeter shots, but Bairstow says, I'll take that runner.
That's a nice shot from Bairstow. That'll feel good to go down for the man from Australia, part of a large basketball family, 6 siblings, the Bairstows.
Look at the effort on the glass, but King hustling.
Tough finish in an area in Dunedin where his dad dominated Leonard King. And that 3 is good.
Listen to the crowd, baby, they are pumped.
They're out on a Friday night, and they've come to see their 2-15 Nuggets set it on fire in the first quarter, 17-6.
I like this pace and I like this energy for the hometown right now. And they are feeding off it defensively.
And then Rossetto gets free underneath.
He's got 6 of the 8 points on 3 of 3 shooting. I think if I'm Coach Bennett, I'm going to get him a couple more touches.
Cruz Pero Hunt's tied up with Jono Jansen, is called for the foul.
Good rotation there by Cruz Pero Hunt to stop the easy attempt from being finished, but he does get the hand in. Anzac Rossetto gets caught up at the top on that on-ball action just a little bit too long, opening up the window for that pass to drop inside, and Jansen will head off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where every free throw matters this year because the Chemist Warehouse has teamed up with Basketball New Zealand for the Hoops in Schools program, bringing hoops to communities in need all over Aotearoa. And every time a team hits 225 free throws, that's another hoop. Guess what? Every team's going to hit 225 this year. There's going to be hoops galore.
Fantastic initiative. And that is
all thanks to the Chemist Warehouse.
Great sponsor. And Denham Brook in the game for the Phi, number 10.
Look how extended the zone is getting. They are really getting aggressive on the perimeter now.
Look how active it is as well, Casey. Feet moving. Showing the double. And results for the Nuggets again. Smiler. Oh, great block. Oh, Mojave King's been robbed by the looks. Oh my, Mojave, we feel you.
Well, look, there was some contact, but I thought that was Smiler coming into the body of King. We'll take a second look at it. Nice job by Carey Jr. to draw to the defenders. Oh, that's so clean. Oh, that's so clean. Mo King, I feel for you. Tip of the cap, young fella. Hold your cool. It'll come back around.
Remember we had a game, in fact, I'm not sure if you were on it or it might have been Lindsay Tate against the Tuatara, and he fouled out and he took the responsibility in the post game. sometimes Mojave does a lot of talking to the referees after plays that don't go his way. And he said he couldn't afford to get into foul trouble and then foul out of games, and he's got to take responsibility for that. That's the maturity of the game, but it's the part of the game you can't let that affect you in the first quarter carry over.
Yeah, easier said than done. And it's something that a lot of great players need to improve at. But I think he did a nice job of holding his cool. Just has to bounce back and keep on playing, because that was a fantastic play. Just wasn't rewarded.
Smiler up ahead to Paddy Freeman. And that just, it's a breakdown, but
yeah, and this is
good
where the
look
Nuggets,
for the Nuggets at the moment, Casey.
Yeah, but that's where they need to be careful. They need to be aggressive, but they can't be reckless. And no look passes, little shovel passes, no looking. That's not creating anything. You don't need to take chances there. Be solid with the ball. Those penetrating passes, take chances on those ones. And those ones have been rewarded early. That's a foul on Carey Jr. on the roll there.
Nuggets with this 13-point lead, 4:04 in the first quarter to go.
Mostly impressed by this Nuggets offense. 21 points against the Tauranga Whai team that gives up 82 a game in total. With 4 minutes to go in the quarter, you just need to keep the energy and enthusiasm where it's at.
Murphy turns it over.
I just love the way Stoddard and Freeman collapsed on that pass. Didn't give it any breathing space for the catch.
Here's Max Stoddard.
That's good. Leaving the hand. Like the confidence. Good crash by Martin. Just checked into the game as well.
Bazant with the rebound. Has the ball. Oh, King, great pass.
Well, I was a little bit worried about that landing, but he's okay.
Just bumped off.
He's got a little hit.
Martin there, yeah.
Kind of landed awkwardly on the knee. Really, the threat, the athletic threat of Mojave King on that catch. Just look at this little jab step when we get it. We don't see it, but there's the finish by Murphy, and he kind of came down on Martin, lands on the foot there maybe. Unfortunate activity. But the jab step from King in the corner just freezes the entire defense. It allows Murphy to have that roll to the basket, but King now on the bench.
Darcy Knox. Bardsley spinning. Nice defense from Bazant. Gets it back, does the guard off the bench. Bairstow hanging off the glass and in.
I like his response to a couple of games that aren't quite where he wants to be scoring-wise. Aggressive, attacking the basket, making things happen with some downhill momentum.
Nine on the shot clock. Knox in the game. Darcy Knox. Martin. Good defense from the fight. And another shot clock violation.
Great defense.
Better defense from some of the role players here. Come off a rapid league game where they've got the win.
Keeping it going. Well, what they've done is they started to shut down those perimeter looks. Otago Nuggets off to a great start from deep. Had 4 of 6 early. They're now at 4 of 11. I might be looking at rapid league stats there. They haven't hit quite that many yet.
Here's Bairstow. That three is good.
Bairstow finding it from deep. That's actually the first for the Phi. 1 for 3 now from deep. The Nuggets conversely 3 out of 7 attempts. And if the Phi can find some form from deep, that'll change the complexion of this ball game.
Nuggets get an offensive rebound through Matt Bardsley. Freeman, ball movement is good. Don Carey Jr.'s 3 rattles out. Closeout was tight from the Phi. The Phi can halve the lead here with a 3. On and 1 is Bazant. It's almost tied up, falls away. Nice box out. Carey Jr. Another stop for the Phi.
Defense starting to take front and center stage now.
Cruz Pero Hunt, his 3 is off. Bardsley. All 5 players back, waiting for his teammates. Hand off to Knox. Freeman cuts, Knox steps back, pulls the trigger, knocks it down. Darcy Knox.
Knox knocks it down again. Another triple, the 4th for the Nuggets, back to a 9-point lead. And sticking with the zone, gumming things up from the half court for this FI squad.
8 bench points as well for the Nuggets in this quarter. And that is an over the back call that is easy to make on Sean Murphy.
Murphy's aggressive though, he's gonna stay aggressive. Take another look. Knox with the drive, back it up. You're gonna stay back, I'm gonna drop it. Getting the eye in, Darcy Knox letting it fly early and often. And the Nuggets looking to come back at the end of this first quarter with a double-digit lead if they can find a bucket here.
(24-15). Difference of around 6 seconds. Upstairs! Ah, pretty play to Seabury.
Well, falling asleep on the back line. The athleticism of Seabury gets his first bucket of the ball game.
Bazan left hand finishes pretty.
5 on the clock. How are they going to go quick? Or go with the player timeout instead?
I like it. Situational awareness.
Hey, he took account of what was happening on the court and decided to call a player timeout with Josh Aitchison there. He ran the numbers and said this was the best chance for us. I love that pass there. Great look at the geometry of the court and what Aitchison was figuring out on the passing angle. And all thanks to the BNZ player timeout, you can get a ticket to the big game. Time is running out. Scan that card for a chance to win tickets. Only 1 round left, so get in fast.
Carey Jr. looking for his options, looking for the play to develop. Into Bardsley in deep as well. Just good defense from the FI. And that'll do it. 26-17. The Nuggets with a 9-point advantage after 1 quarter of basketball. Great signs for the Nuggets. We'll take a break. Be back soon at the Edgar Centre.
And what's up, chat? How we doing? TikTok, a live stream here on the Sky Sport New Zealand live stream. Thanks for joining us. We'll be with you during the breaks all night long. If you got a question, toss it in the chat. See DJ Kaba in there telling Night and Day to check the DMs. I can't really get in on that one. Lasagna Toppers, Night and Day is big on the lasagna toppers right now, Moles. They're in the chat saying lasagna toppers is where it's at.
The lasagna toppers at Night and Day, it deserves a Michelin star.
It's I've got to say, you know, off the octagon there, I have partaken as well. Pretty tasty. Pretty tasty. You know what?
At what time of the night or day was that?
It was night. My preference though is Jimmy's Pies in the South Island.
Yeah.
I got to go with the Jimmy's Pie.
Nice.
Well, the great first quarter. Nuggets fans got to be pumped. Looking like they might be in line for an upset. The FI, though, they've got their playoff lives on the line, so I expect them to come back. Look for the FI to slow the pace a little bit. I think too quick. The Nuggets really shooting the ball well. If I'm the FI, I'm extending that defense beyond 3 and trying to take down some of those shots. We'll be back at the next quarter break. If you got any questions, make sure you toss them in the chat. We'll be looking all night long to see what you got to say. Catch you later, TikTok.
Welcome back to Edgar Centre. Otago Dunedin. Night and Day Nuggets with a great lead here. 26-17 over the visiting Tauranga Whai. They're on their southern swing late June. Southern Sharks in 2 nights' time.
Yeah, it's a cold one down south, but it is heating up inside this gym, especially from deep. The Nuggets 4 out of 10 in the opening quarter from beyond 3. The FI just 1 for 5. And the other stat that's poking out at me is turnovers, just 1 for the Nuggets, 4 in that opening quarter for the FI. Not where you would expect them to be normally. They do a nice job of taking care of the basketball at the best of times.
Miscued play there to begin the second quarter for the Nuggets. shooting 45%, the 5 47%. +3 rebound advantage. The Nuggets have 11 over the fight. Here's Bazant, high on ball with Anzac Rossetto back in the game. Played with his foot a little bit and then stepped back and he gets his own rebound. Tipped away. Anzac Rossetto gets the roll. Anzac Rossetto.
I love Bazant. Heads up play, follows his shot, and then feeds the big man. Anzac on touches. He's finishing well.
Ah, tough finish.
Wow.
Matt Bardsley, the slippery eagle.
With the left, just somehow forces that in with the English. He must be a teacher because that's where you learn the language like that.
I'd love to know what module that is. Anzac Rossetto, though, will just use that frame of his through Jono Jansen.
Too big. Anzac Rossetto enforcing his role in the ball game. That's 10 points for the big fella now. He is 5 for 5 from the floor. Let's maybe get him a few more touches.
Jansen looks to answer back. Jenna Brooks there to meet him. Jansen fades. That's pretty. 8 for Jono Jansen.
That's so tough. I mean, the strength of Anzac Rossetto, you just can't finish through him. Jansen just does not have the bone marrow to force him off his line. But if you can hit that fadeaway, you might be able to get him, bite on some of those up fakes and get him in foul trouble.
Rossetto, had an inkling. He wanted it. He's shooting the ball really nicely from 3, 50%.
Why not? Keep letting it fly.
I'm not exactly sure the volume of it. It might be 1 for 2, but
hey, that's all you need.
That's all you need for 50%. Anzac Rossetto can stroke it. Signed a new 2-year deal with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in the Australian NBL after a 2-year DP role there. Bardsley's 3 is no good.
Nice defense there. Jet Thompson on an island against Carey Jr. And he forces him to change directions a few times and eventually encourages the miss. Rebounding by Carey, gets another opportunity. But the defense holds strong. A better start to the quarter, I think, for the 5 this time around than in the opener.
And really, this is the only team arguably not in contention for a playoff spot. The Hawks are hanging by a sliver their playoff chances. The Nuggets are 2-15 season. New ownership group coming. Hopefully a new beginning for Sal's NBL 2026 as Rossetto catches it in deep, harassed by the Nuggets, and he'll go to the Chemist Warehouse line to shoot 2.
Yeah, this is my focal point offensively. Until they find an answer to Anzac Rossetto down low, I'm telling the big fella, seal, and we will get you the rock. You either put it in or you get fouled because they don't have an answer for your level of physicality. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe where he's got to hit a couple to keep the Tauranga Whai in touch. Splashes the first. 11 points for Rossetto now.
He's been playing in Germany. He had 27 games for Bremerhaven. And he's coming back. And he looks good, man. Like, he's played 6 games. This is 7th for him for the fight. And he has looked probably the best he's looked in the Sal's NBL for a little while now.
Yeah, he's lost a bit of weight. I think it's helped with his fitness, his mobility. He hasn't lost any of that strength that he's so known for.
Quick feet. Carey Jr.
Oh, he's feeling
quick release.
He is feeling good.
Extends the lead to 10 for the Nuggets. Get your team merch with the QR code. Like the look of these unis and others around the league. That QR code will take you to the team merch shop. Rapid League unis there as well. Saved. Nicely done by Mojave King, but it's straight to the Nuggets. And it's going to be Bairstow who tracks that down.
Nice
almost
by Seaweed getting that up, and then Bairstow heads up defensive play, keeps that lead at 10. And how about Don Carey Jr.? 9 points on 3 of 4 from behind the arc. You might want to force him to put that one on the deck, because he's got his eye in the first half.
Nice steal for Seabury. Left it short. Mojave King looks up ahead. Nice pass to Rossetto with the right hand. Oof. How's he looking? He's looking good.
Run that lane. Keep scoring. Anzac Rossetto, love the work rate. 14 points for the big fella. Hasn't missed a shot.
Oh, nice cut through by Seabury. It was a great pass from Mojave King. There's more hustle from Bardsley, and Bardsley is having one of those games. Matt Bardsley's up to 8 now.
Matt Bardsley and Don Carey Jr., 17 points between them, carrying the offense early.
Mojave King in the corner knocks down a three.
That's good. That's a good timeout for Coach Mike Kelly. Because when you see that one drop for Mo King out of the corner, you're like, we might need to try something else. But how about this connection? Mo King goes deep, and Zach goes high.
Beautiful. Great pass, great footwork from Rossetto. Just to catch and get it up quickly. He was steaming down the floor. This game has got everything. I tell you what, Matt Bardsley averages just over 4 a game in the Sal's NBL.
Not today, baby.
No, he's going to pump that average up.
He's finally earned the trust of Coach Mike Kelly, and now he's saying, let me fuel you. And if you want some fuel, you can win some free fuel from Waitomo. Score that. Waitomo Mula now. Just scan that QR code and get some cash for fuel, man.
Kiwis fueling Kiwis.
Since way back when.
I tell you what, yeah, the Nuggets, you're right, Casey. Matt Bardsley has earned Mike Kelly's trust. But also, they're just not as deep as they have been in previous seasons. So that's where you see, at times, Knox has started. Aitchison and Bardsley start tonight. Those guys have been terrific off the bench for the Nuggets. Great Rapid League team over last season, and this season, though, have answered the call for the main game, the Sal's NBL game.
And they've haven't found those winning ways, but the effort's always been there. They've been in more than one game. Done a nice job of keeping it close. A little down on talent. Still only have the 2 restricted players since they let Jose Perez return. I'm assuming back to the Bronx. Could have gone and played someplace else.
I'll never forget Jose Perez coming over and checking if he had a triple-double against the Panthers
during the game.
Early on in the game. Carey Jr. knocking down another 3.
Feeling it. 12 points, 4 out of 5 from deep. This man's on one. Keep getting him the rock.
Lucky not to call for a foul there. Smiler Jansen with the block.
Wow, met him upstairs. Good attack by Rossetto, but better timing by Jansen.
Help's coming. Jansen has the mismatch, kicks it out. Carey Jr. Smiler, 3-ball, corner pocket, no good. Mojave King looks to push. 2 defenders in front of him, looks for options. Finds the trailer from Rossetto. Bairstow trying to find Rossetto on the roll. And his footwork is no good.
Nice bump by Smiler there to make him lose balance. 4-on-5 break.
Usually his footwork is good. I apologize, Andy. It's a little bit harsh for Rossetto.
He can't hear you, bro. He's not going to come beat you up.
I'll watch the game back. King sees a lane. That's aggressive.
That's strong.
That is strong from
Good shots on that
King.
one as well. That's just excellent recognition. He sees that Smiler is just completely out of position to be able to guard him successfully. And he attacks the body. A heads-up play, understanding of what he's able to do offensively. And he's going to get to the line, and looking for his first points of the night is Mo King. Or sorry, he's got 3 points. He's 1-for-4, hit that triple out of the corner. But is trying to add to it, get going a little bit here.
Mojave King averaging 18.5 a game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, to steal. Shooting 71% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe this season.
From the Chem, shorthand.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What do you reckon? Penultimate round?
I don't know if they're going to appreciate it. I don't think that's in the commercial agreement to be called the Chem.
Come on, man. I guess I got the bank right.
Anzac too strong.
Strong is definitely Anzac Rossetto.
16 points now. He's dropped all the way to 70% shooting from the field.
38-31. Carey Jr. Carey Jr. in his bag with a lot of dribbles, and Cruz Pero Hunt staying right on him. Carey Jr. And there's about 12 seconds of defense there, and the 13th was the foul.
Good patience by Carey Jr. I thought Cruz Pero Hunt did a nice job of moving his feet, tried to stay upright, but he just went for that late fake, and that opened up the opportunity for Carey Jr. to step through, found the body contact with his arms coming up, so he's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Don Carey Jr. Played 2 years in Georgetown, then Maryland, after being at Siena. St Mary's, 22.4 on average. In the Sal's NBL, 5 rebounds, 5.7 assists, 1.4 steals. Good season for Don Carey Jr. in the Nuggets. Just hasn't
0 for 2 from the stripe.
been good from the wins column, and he's an 84% shooter from the Chemist Warehouse line.
I wonder if that's going to be a little momentum shift as the Nuggets showed switching man defense.
That would have been a little bit interesting for the fight if that had gone on with 4:33 to go.
And I think it's important for the Nuggets to try and keep this 5 team at arm's length, because when they get a sniff, they just lift a level defensively.
See if they can make the ball work for them a little bit more as Freeman goes early.
A little bit early for my taste. Like to work that defense a bit more.
Oh, Bardsley's hands. Slaps it out of Mo King's hands.
He's thinking there's a little bit of contact. Normally when the ball goes down that forcefully, it's mostly ball. And the rest of the contact is, incidental. Or as Pero Cameron used to like to call it, coincidental.
Left-hand drive, Bazant, nice finish. Just chipping away at this Nuggets lead.
Step by step, reeling them back in. Nuggets need an answer offensively. Who are they going to go to?
Led by as much as 13 in this half.
I'd like to see some penetration, not just shoot the threes.
Nice work from Freeman. Gives them a fresh 14. Carey Jr. again, stepping to his left.
They've become a bit dependent on the long ball now. It was going well for them early, but they're now down to 6 for 17 from deep.
Mojave King.
He's the best athlete on the floor.
Just
and he's starting to act
most
like it.
games, like he can just get to the cup with that first step, and then just the length and the ability to extend, bounce. He's got it all. And there's a real marked difference from when he left the Breakers to where he's come back now after being in Puerto Rico.
He's got, certainly a different role he was being asked to play with the Breakers to what was happening in Puerto Rico, and certainly with this 5 squad where he's option 1A. They need him to carry a heavy load to be the team that they think they can be, and he's been up to the task.
Drafted by the Lakers in the 2nd round a few years ago now. Congratulations.
Just had his draft rights traded?
He did have his draft rights traded.
Can't remember to whom. Was it the Pacers? It was to the Pacers.
It was the Pacers, it was.
Oh,
Congratulations to Lockie Olbrich, the Sal's NBL MVP from last year. Number 55 in the draft, going to the Bulls. And do you know who else was drafted 55th in the 2nd round in NBA history?
I've got an idea. Go with it. Yeah, I think it's the Joker.
No, well, no, but it's very close to the Joker. Patty Mills.
Ah, Aussie connection. He did all right out of the 55 spot.
I don't think Lachlan Olbrich was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial like the Joker.
No, but you know who was drafted by a commercial was Australian today? It was Alex Tui.
Alex Tui was.
And it's good to be drafted during a commercial if Jokic is anything. As we see a triple, now we're tied up as our draft conversation comes to an end.
Just like that, it's all square. 38 apiece. The Nuggets have lost a lot of confidence from the long ball. And now they're trying to make it work inside, and that has come up blank on that possession. Oh my! Mojave King decided to turn Christian Martin into Coldplay.
That is attacking the rim with reckless abandon. He cares not. Hide the women and children. He is coming for it. He looked for the scalp, didn't quite get it. Nice find by Bazant.
Oh my!
That could have been nasty.
Otago dancers are out there, and they'll need to fire this crowd back up, who are just excited in that first quarter to see the Nuggets extend out to a 13-point lead now. It's all square in the timeout. 38 apiece.
Nice little run here by the 5. They've lifted the defensive intensity. They've shut down those early in the game. We saw those backdoor cuts. We saw rim attacks early. That's how the Nuggets built their lead with that inside-out attack. It was inside first, then it was the threes. The three, they got a little reliant on threes. Those have started to dry up now, and we've seen some fast break opportunities. The Phi able to score before that defense gets set. And if you want to buy some dinner before hunger sets in, why don't you get the large, big pineapple pizza? Oh, I get it. The big pineapple.
Pineapple.
This online code,
Like
South Block 25.
The big apple. Yeah. They have other pizzas on the menu as well.
I mean, if you
They
want a
got great
pepperoni, full price, it's worth it.
They got great pizzas.
You know, or if you want to be sacrilegious, you can get this one. Oh, up to you.
And you can also pick the pineapple off if you want to as well.
Yeah, I mean, order extra and pick it all off. Valid until Tuesday, the 1st of July.
Mojave King making the first from the line. Knocking down both after that strong challenge over Chris Martin.
First lead of the game for the Phi. Yeah, quite the run.
Just one team foul for the Phi in this quarter. Back live. Jansen. Zito has him out by the three-point line. Jansen facing up. Can't get the bounce.
Oh, they just need something to fall. Somebody find the net.
Seabury was just standing there and it fell right onto his chest. But they turn it over. Bazant. Bairstow. Rossetto in the middle. Sees the double. Bairstow's three. Bazant goes down. No whistle. Yeah, that's a good foul from Anzac Rossetto.
I don't like that foul from Anzac. I mean, he stops the break, but his fouls are too valuable. It's just his second. But you know, I'd be concerned if I'm him, and if I'm Coach Bennett, I'm probably going to take him out of the game. I don't want him with 3 fouls in the second half. That is a...
I don't mind it. It's just a second team foul, but I see your point. He's been so physical at both ends of the floor. He stays in there. And they're going to go at him.
It was a 38-28 lead.
And there is the third foul, Casey Frank. Once again, you're always correct.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day. But that stops the scoring run. It was a 12-0 run to the Phi before that bucket. And Jansen gets that one. And now it's a very different ball game for the Phi with Anzac Rossetto with 3 fouls. He's going to have to change the way he plays offensively because he plays as aggressive on that end as he does on the other. And on this end of the court for the Nuggets, when they see him back in the ball game, I'd be peppering that paint, rim attacks as often as possible to try to draw that fourth.
Murphy up high. Now with the on ball, rejects it, does Bairstow.
Where did the Phi go for offense now? 16 points from Rossetto, leading scorer in the ball game for the Phi.
Knox hounded by Jet Thompson, who's in the game for the Phi. Number 4, Jansen. Going at Denham Brook now.
Ooh, saved that one, lost his headband. Darcy will pick it up.
Aitchison actually throws it out of bounds. And then whistle.
Now he wants to know where's his headband. He said, give it back, I need it. I got these twists, man. They're in my eyes.
A turnover, and the Phi can take back the lead. Under a minute to go in this half. Phi desperate for a win. Mojave King's threes off.
What a tip.
Brook to Murphy. Nice play.
Heads up. Denham Brook. That's excellent understanding where your teammates all just saw it, tipped it to him. Seabury sees the big fella in the post.
And Jansen likes the matchup on Brook, and that's too easy for Jono Jansen.
That was play was over before the catch. Great position down there on the block, and had that ability to open up on the drop step on the finish. 2-second differential.
Bairstow, Mojave King, 4 to shoot.
Got a player timeout, but they used it already, so they got to go fast.
Seabury, pull up. Brooke,
Seabury! Oh my goodness!
Knocks it down. Brooks slipped. Seabury went down. I'm surprised.
Is that an and one as well?
It is an and one.
Yeah, I thought it was. They took out his landing. How about this shot? Phenomenal finish to the half. A little push gets away with it. Then Brooks slips, drops down. Seabury loves it. He goes prone.
Turned him inside out. Brooke lost his footing. What a finish to the second quarter.
We've seen some highlights tonight, but how about that one? Poor Denham Brooks slips on the spot and ends up giving Jalen Seabury the opportunity for the 4-point play. That is something. This could be the Nuggets night. Plays like that, man.
He was 1 for 6, 2 points before that shot, Seabury.
You just need to see it hit the net.
Here comes the and one, a 4-point play, misses it.
Put it up.
And that is it for the half. The Nuggets lead by as much as 13. The Phi went on a 12-0 run. And they'll head to the halftime break, these two teams, and the Nuggets back in front, this time by just 4. 46-42 back soon. Hello TikTok, welcome back in the chat. Hope you enjoyed that second quarter.
See, Bronco just joined. What a Bronco. Is that L or Ellie? She's a Nuggets fan. Go Nuggets, L.
Well, you'd love that shot from Seabury.
We got some gambling talk from Evan Krogan. He had the Nuggets -5.5 in the first half. You got that one. Wait, is that minus? You had them as 6-point favorites? Ooh, that wasn't a good call, bro. That missed out.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. But overall, we got a great and entertaining game. We got the kids out there hooping now. Looking at these two teams, I like the blue team. They look focused.
I just got to get that ball moving a little bit more, KC, the blue team.
Spread out.
As we know at that age, not a lot of spacing, not a lot of looking up as they dribble.
I'll tell you what, though.
Great steal.
Every once in a while, you see a kid who can just hoop it up. And you wonder, like, where did this kid learn it?
I'm going to say TikTok.
TikTok's where it's at. You can learn everything on TikTok. Anybody in the chat got any questions? No questions for us just yet, but hey, dropping another one. We'll say what up. Let us know. We got a Nuggets money line. We've got that one in there.
That's travel.
Before the game, calling them. You would call travel. You probably call lane violations too.
No, these kids have to learn. I would not call the lane violation.
You would. That'd be the first thing you'd call. Where's hey, defense, get back to half court. What's going on here?
Do you think these kids like pineapple pizza?
That would explain a lot.
Pineapple ham and pineapple.
Jack, who's winning the league? Well, the Canterbury Rams are on top now. Who's going to actually win the title? Man, I don't know. It's tough.
It just, it's looking like a Rams three-peat at the moment, but the Saints will have a lot to say about that. No Shea Ely for the rest of the season, though, and maybe a Sean Bruce reappearance.
Yeah, word is he might be available tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, there's some rumor on the PSR.
When Casey says word is, he knows.
Rumors abound. Well, I only tell you on the TikTok chat, though. We're not going to talk about this on air where it's official.
No, you guys on TikTok get all the juice. It's shams. It's Woj.
Hey, night and day. You know what pineapple's done to me night and day? It was put on a pizza where it doesn't belong. Yeah. Go to your home. It's in Hawaii.
Look, I appreciate the fact that you want to sell food, and I know that there are people out there who want such an abomination. Their palate isn't sophisticated
I don't
enough.
care how much sponsorship money Sal's gives the league. I am not promoting pineapple pizza. It is an abomination. I'll tell you my true thoughts here on TikTok. An abomination. Tia, my director, you tell me to be quiet. I will say the truth forever. No pineapple on pizzas. Catch you in the next TikTok chat.
Welcome back to Edgar Centre. It's the Nuggets, the home team, looking for just their third win of the season. They lead by as much as 13. They lead by 4 here at the break. And All stats courtesy of the Chemist Warehouse, the official stats provider of the Sal's NBL. And your leading scorers for this game is Anzac Rossetto with 16. Coming into this game, he was averaging just under 15.
Yeah, we'll take you through those stats now as we see the leading scorers. We'll just talk through. Might be having a little graphical issue. We've got Jono Jansen with 13 for the Nuggets leading scorer. Don Carey Jr. with 12. There we go. Matt Bardsley with 8, playing well. Rossetto and Mo King leading scorers for the 5, but Rossetto with those 3 fouls. We're going to have to see that offense being lifted by somebody else. On to the glass, leading rebounders in the game, a 24-20 advantage for the Nuggets. Mo King leading the way with 5 on his way to a double-double. Bardsley and Jansen, 4 rebounds apiece. Don Carey Jr. get in there as well. He's got about that many threes at least. Looking at the assists overall, 10-9 in favor of the 5. Bairstow, Bazant, Murphy, King, all getting multiples. Aitchison, 3 assists in there, accounting for all those passes. Don Carey Jr. with 3 as well. Defensively, 3 blocks for the 5, 1 for Jansen. It was a big one, though, at the rim on King.
Probably the one most important stat that we haven't showed you there is the 3 fouls on Anzac Rossetto, and how that changes the complexion of the way he plays in the second half. As you look at the steals, the Nuggets defense is really great in that first quarter.
And it slowed down. 3 turnovers at quarter time, just 1 in the second quarter. And those are the Chemist Warehouse stats, all thanks to the official stats partner of the NBL. We got Andrew Mulligan and me, Casey Frank here. And you know what? This has been a fun game, Moles. I've enjoyed it. The Nuggets have come out to play. They want to play spoiler. They don't care they can't make the finals. They want to make the 5, miss the finals as well.
I love this round, Casey. It's the penultimate round of the Sal's NBL, and every single game has ladder ramifications. There are no non-playoff implicating games here. It's fantastic. The Phi obviously in the hunt. The Nuggets at 2-15 heading into this game do not have a chance to make the playoffs. We'll find out if they can scupper the Phi's chances after the break.
What up, chat? Oh, we've got a question, Moles, from Nick Battaglia. Who is the #1 person who needs to have a good second half if they want a chance to win?
Mo King.
Yeah, Mo King's the guy, I think, for the 5. He needs to get it going, but I wouldn't mind seeing Cruz Pero Hunt get a little involved. 0 points, 0 for 3 from the field, not a lot of ball in hand. He's got the ability to really make some things happen. He's had some 20-point games this year. Just not going to go today. For the Nuggets, who are you thinking?
For the Nuggets, it's going to have to be Seabury, and I felt like Seabury getting that 4-point play opportunity just before halftime. I might just fire him up. I think the ball stopped a little bit with Don Carey Jr. at times in that second quarter. I think the offense of the Nuggets, they can work to find Seabury in that mid-range, high post game. He patrols that area really well for the Nuggets. I'd love to see that happen for them.
Yeah, if he gets going from offense, I think that'll be big. To me, I think it's still Jansen's the most important guy. He's got 13. He's shooting with great efficiency, 5 for 7 from the field. But I think he has to stay aggressive, in particular if Anzac Rossetto comes back in that ball game. I think he's going to have the ability to attack him and maybe have some just easier finishes because Rosetto's going to be fearful of picking up that 4th personal foul.
2 games tomorrow, Casey. Hawks host the Saints. Tuatara hosts the Jets. Who's winning those 2?
I looked at the chat. You know what? I think it's going to be the Jets tomorrow without Rob Lowe. Actually, back and forth. I'm going to go with the Tuatara. I think they're going to find a way.
Yeah.
I think they're going to find a way. Mostly because the Jets were not very good last night. They did not have the best game. For the Saints, I got the Saints winning that one. We've got a question from TZT Emmanuel. Says, why the hate for the heavenly pineapple, which adds to the sweetness, baby? Who wants to know about that? I don't know. This guy doesn't sound what he's talking about. Anybody who thinks that pineapple goes on pizza, I blame your parents for not teaching you well.
there needs to be a background check on these people, welfare checks as well.
How come we can't watch this on TV? You can watch this on TV, Miriam, as long as you've got Sky. Or overseas, you can watch it on ESPN in the States or FIBA YouTube everywhere else. And a station in China, but I'm not really up on the stations in China.
You're on ESPN?
Yeah, bro. Every game all season long. And if you want to get that large pineapple pizza, we're not doing ads on TikTok. What are we doing? We're not doing baselines on TikTok.
What channel are we on ESPN? The Ocho?
I think it's ESPN 3. And we can catch you there after this in the TikTok chat. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you after quarter number 3.
Welcome back to the Edgar Centre in Ōtepoti, Dunedin, and it's the Nuggets with a 4-point lead, 46-42. Big half of basketball coming up for the Whai. Could be season defining. They can't afford to drop games, and they're on their southern swing. Southland Sharks in 2 days' time. Nuggets tonight in the Edgar Centre. Nuggets looking to play spoiler, looking for their third win. Haven't won since early April. And for the Whai, sitting at 7-10. Can't just rely on points percentage when you're 7-10 in a 20-game season. You need to start racking up wins. And it starts this round for the Whai. Their final game is at home against the Manawatu Jets.
I got to complain about Anzac Rosetta with that blanket on. It's only 7 degrees in Dunedin right now.
Yeah, but that's outside.
Come on, man.
It's probably -7
It probably
outside.
is. It probably is a little bit
Oh, no,
colder
all due respect to the Edgar Centre, that's not fair.
That's not. It's perfectly
That's
fair.
not fair. That's not fair on them.
Used to be an ice box. It's not quite so icy. Now it's more like a chiller. Win that free fuel. School year Waitomo Mula now. Waitomo been fueling Kiwis for ages, since way back.
Kiwis fueling Kiwis. Casey, how do you think the JTBs, the Junior Tall Blacks, will go in the World Champs? A nice mixture of that under-17 squad and the under-18 Asia Cup team, and then 2 guys who weren't part of that, those 2 campaigns.
Yeah, I like the look of the squad. I love the size they have. Carter Hopoy, Julius Halefonua. I think that's great up there. Tama Isaac as the point guard, I think is going to be able to do real things here. Jackson Ball. You know, there's just so much talent on this team, and it's experienced. All these guys playing in the Rapid League, playing in the NBL.
Goodman.
Oscar Goodman's a man's man, even though he is under 19. He is
Hayden
a strong
Jones.
dude. So it's a talented squad. I love the size on the wings. Kahu Treacher in there as well. They could do a lot of things. Plumtree's come back from the States.
Lachlan Crate.
I mean,
Josh Wiley.
Matt Lacey has a lot of options, and I think, I really think personally that they should be going this thinking nothing less than a top 4 finish. That to me would be what I expect from this team coming together.
I believe the JTBs have never finished inside the top 10 at the World Champs.
I believe you are correct.
And so, I mean, a top 4 would be spectacular. I mean, all the usual suspects are there at the Junior World Champs.
But when it comes down to it, it's game by game. You're just worried about the opponent that's in front of you. But man, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you check that one out. I believe it's on FIBA YouTube.
Yeah, I believe so. I want to say 9:15 New Zealand time tomorrow night, Argentina. First pool game.
I know what I'll be doing in Christchurch.
Check Basketball New Zealand socials for any updates on that. Back underway, third quarter, 46-42.
Well, the pace between those first 2 quarters vastly different for the Nuggets. And now the Whai coming back with a little bit of zone defense to protect Anzac Rosetta.
Seabury misses that fall away. It's Bairstow. Rossetto is in the game with his 3 fouls.
Yeah, Coach Tane Bennett showing him a lot of trust.
Chris Perro Hunt felt like he got hit on the follow through by Aitchison.
I thought that was a travel. Must have been tipped by Mo King. Athletic defense.
I think he had it tipped out of his hands, gets it back. Perro Hunt.
Yeah, go to work, big fella. Nice double right away. Get it out of his hands.
Nice find. Just left behind by Murphy. Couldn't corral that pass. Carey Jr. to Seabury. Blocked by Mo King.
Yes.
Oh my.
On Jalen Seabury like white on rice. Giving him no space.
Good rebound by Bairstow.
The Phi starting to just impose their physicality just a bit now. We've got these athletes in Bairstow and King and the size in Rosetto.
They might have some of the length as Murphy knocks down that three, the Nuggets, but they just don't have the bulk.
They're you know, Jono Jansen's been fighting gamely, but he's not a true center. He'd rather play that 4 spot.
Agreed. Carey Jr. fires it to Alex Stojkovic.
he was open though.
Shoot it.
All right. Just Seabury spaces high behind him. Nobody spaces the wing. Big gap between the corner and the top, and Carey Jr. just lets that one fly out of bounds. It's sort of amoeba-like sort of like a 1-3-1, really.
Corner ball from Mo King. In and out. Tipped by Bardsley straight into the hands of Bairstow.
And that's the issue with the 1-3-1. Corner threes and rebounding. 1-3-1, one of the tougher zones to rebound out of. You have to be very aggressive to find those box outs. Nuggets did not do the job there.
Biggest lead of the night for the Phi is 2. They lead by 1 here. Nuggets had a 13-point lead in the first quarter. Into the second.
Oh, you should have taken that foul on Rosetto. Had him up in the air, let him off the hook.
That's just maybe a play that really sums up a 2-15 season for a team, unfortunately, for the Nuggets.
Unfortunate there. Jansen didn't recognize it, used that up fake so nicely, and Rosetto fell for it. And he would take, if he would have found the body on the jumper, would have definitely been foul number 4, and the complexion of this game would be changed. Instead, we have this 4-point lead to the Phi and a timeout to the Nuggets.
Frustration for the Nuggets. And it is the Phi's largest lead of the game. They lead by 4 to start this third quarter.
And this lack or miscommunications in that zone defense. You see Aitchison saying somebody else has to get out there. That can't be me. You have to drop down. But the 1-3-1, that initial pass, the wing gets it. And then it's the runner down to the baseline. And unfortunately for the Nuggets, didn't find that form. And now all of a sudden they're down 4.
Yeah, that is a big turning point for the Phi. Just not being able to draw that foul on Rosetto, and then just building with their physicality and confidence coming into this third quarter for the Phi. And they are feeling themselves a little bit here.
That is a quick 8-0 run by the Phi. Came out. If we thought maybe that Seabury triple off the glass would be igniting for the home team, instead it's ignited another fire underneath the Tauranga Whai. Had a 12-0 run in the second quarter that gave them the lead, and then an 8-0 run here that have put them back in front.
Great vibe going on in the Edgar Centre for the local fans. Great to see a good turnout for a team that has been a part of the Dunedin sporting landscape for a long time. Might have come and gone, but the Nuggets get new life with new ownership, community come together to take the team into a new future next season. Champs in 22.
Look at that fight between Parsley and Rosetto inside.
In 2020, as Rosetto does get the touch. This time, Jono Jansen can't get the roll. Tom Carey Jr. almost has it poked away by Mo King.
Look at that defense, he is on him.
Carey Jr. Pero Hunt looks up. Can he find Mo King? He can.
That's a
and
foul.
One. Great look from Pero Hunt. Mo King on the outlet. Ran the lane perfectly. And it's just a tough play for the Nuggets to digest out of a timeout.
Well, we heard Cruz Pero Hunt talk about it in the pregame. We asked him, how do you lift your offensive efficiency? And he answered with defense. And what do we see out of that timeout? They forced 2 quick threes, 1 pass or no pass triples. The defense doesn't have to rotate. And quick fire back on the other end in transition. 6-point lead, a 10-0 run now. Mo King can make it 11 with the make here.
Mojave King does. And he goes to 14. And 3 of 9. Jansen Finds the cutting Seabury. Poked away. Jansen saves it. Bardsley.
Oh, shifty.
Real shifty. Putting the moves on Mo King.
Got nowhere to go at the end, though.
Mo King's athleticism meets him, though. And then at the other end, just a great touch. Mo King felt the contact, put it up and in, no whistle, but another bucket for him. And he is the man who's going to score in bunches.
13-0 run now from the Phi.
Jansen
Stepped on the baseline.
unfortunately cannot get an and one. He stepped out.
You can see the wheels coming off just a bit for the Nuggets. They had that great patience early in the game.
And the blanket's being folded on the Phi bench.
They're warmed up now.
They are warmed up. They don't need it anymore.
I got to be honest, though. I think it's only Anzac who wants it now. He's definitely going to pull it out. And look how much more patient the Phi are. They're really working the defense, getting that ball through hands.
They're aggressive with the drive. They don't have to touch the paint, but they're just aggressive enough with that drive to make the Nuggets defense bend.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. Just bending them slightly. Force them to rotate to the right. Swing the ball around. That rotation's just a little bit late that next time around. That's why you move the ball side to side. Force that defense to get uncomfortable, to make reads, because every read they make, a little bit more likely they're going to fall behind.
Paddy Freeman in the game. Gary Jr.'s lost the headband. I don't think he's got it back after the first half. It got bumped off. Freeman.
Did it get chucked in the crowd and the crowd kept it?
I think it's chucked to the score bench.
I think it went further and the crowd just said mine.
Okay, fair enough. Turnover. Another empty possession for the Nuggets.
As we used to travel with the Tall Blacks, the kids would ask for their jersey. I'm like, we need it for the next game, bro. We can't give it to you.
There's no budget.
We don't have extra sets, man. And there we see it. Bairstow gets to the paint, uses that size. And now we're in the midst of a 15-0 run.
And they're just going to play this run out, are the Nuggets. Freeman's three.
It's just a lack of confidence in the shots right now. They're not coming smoothly in rhythm. And look at the Phi. The converse of that, they are right in the lane and feeling good.
Mo King in rhythm, knocking down a three. Lead has gone to 14.
18-0 run. Nuggets need an answer. I'd like to see that answer on the rim.
Gary Jr. might have lost his pivot. Bairstow underneath, scoops it up and in.
Well, to me, that's the answer. When it's not going your way with the jump shot, you have to find another answer. You got to get some physicality in there, see what you can do, find that contact.
Mo King. Now Murphy's going to bang down Bardsley on the post. Bardsley wins that battle.
Solid D, good stand-up.
Left hand. I swear the 29-year-old's been in the weights room.
Geez.
Oh, man.
It looked like his face.
Just a normal Matt Bardsley game.
Just get back in
I hope he's okay. He is okay.
I don't know if he is.
Oh, actually, I don't think. Yeah, you're right, Case. I don't think he. Denham Brook gets a bucket. Matt Bardsley, he's not a hundy.
Yeah, I think he smashed his face on the ground there. I wouldn't be surprised if he might have a little bit of head contact on that one.
Yeah, Matt Bardsley's just gathering his thoughts, collecting his emotions. It's unfortunate. He tasted some of the Edgar centre hardwood there, and it is worrying signs for the Nuggets. Just 2 points in this quarter, and only 5 minutes and 59 seconds gone.
It is, they got the bucket, they stopped the run. Now, what's the next stop? This crowd was fired up earlier. They were feeling good about things when the Nugs were up 10. But we've seen a lack of movement offensively from the Nuggets in the last 10 or 15 minutes of game time. And at the same time, the Phi have picked up their level of intensity, especially on the defensive end. That's opened up some transition opportunities and allowed them to build a big 14-point lead. Remember, the Phi absolutely have to have every single game the remainder of the way if they want to get into the finals picture.
Remember that this is a Whai team down 2 players. Kata Hopoi, starter. Xander Masters, role player. They're at the junior Tall Blacks rather, in Lausanne, Switzerland. Getting ready to play Argentina tomorrow night, 9:15. And they're on a southern swing, Southern Sharks in 2 nights. Sunday rather, so it's going to be Nuggets ball out of this timeout. 14 is the lead. Paddy Freeman looking for the handoff. Gary Jr. cuts instead. Smiler. 3 seconds. Broken play. Broken up by Bairstow. Bounces it to Murphy. Couldn't find Mo King on the baseline. Smiler has it. Crosses half court. 3 fire back. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, Chris Martin rather.
Well, it's getting a little bit loose. Transition, though. I think the speed favors the Nuggets. If they can continue to push that pace, they find some opportunities there.
That's the thing with the Whai. They're not a high-paced team. They are methodical, and they get through their sets. Nuggets looking to push it, and staring down a double-digit lead here.
But not out of reach just yet. And especially if they can find that form from deep that they had early in the ball game. 12 points the difference. It's been a powerful 18-4 run by the Whai. But they can get some momentum if they just find that level of work rate again.
Bairstow. He's fouled on the drive. Sean Bairstow, the Australian.
Will be on the kick, though, so it shouldn't be shooting.
Spent 4 years at Utah State. Spent a season with the Breakers last ANBL.
There's Coach Mike Kelly. Trying to find some ways to get this team on the same page.
The lefty finishes nicely at the rim in the form of Jaden Bazant. Lead back to 14. Freeman giving it to Knox. Ends up Stoddard off the bench. Knox driving. That's high off the glass. And Denham Brooks rolled an ankle here. And he's not popping back up.
This is
you can't have another role player go down.
Yeah, this is not what the depth of the Whai need. He's really their backup big now. Anzac Rosetto's going to check back in the ball game, or maybe he's just come over to help him to the bench.
What a teammate, Anzac Rosetto. That's not a good sign for Denham Brook.
I got to say, Anzac's not doing a lot right now. Denham's just getting there.
He's the only one who got off the bench to help.
That's because he was checking in, bro.
He might have had to go to the scorer's table, but he went right over to his teammate and helped him up.
It's certainly, he doesn't have to lift him very far. He's got enough strength that he could just almost do it with some resonance frequencies.
Well, he's there with his 3 fouls. You see how disciplined he is and what the Nuggets can do. As Freeman fronts him. Murphy. Paddy Freeman's doing everything he can to hold him off the glass. Darcy Knox goes down. Sean Murphy.
He's a worker, man.
Darcy Knox, Matt Barsley, Josh Aitchison work so hard defensively. So do the role players on this Nuggets team, but Darcy Knox is called for a foul on that one, working hard.
Yeah, just a bit of a difference in size and strength there. Murphy's a powerful player. Basically out there guarding bigs quite a lot of the time, playing the 4-5, but Knox had to try and box him out on that shot attempt, and it didn't go well.
Pero Hunt stepping back. Smiler on him, giving him room. Pero Hunt sticks the 15-footer nicely.
That is first bucket of the game. I believe it is for...
No, he's got a 3 already.
So that's 5 total. He's now 2 for 7. But he's a guy who can show that kind of form really easily. He's got just such a nice bag of tricks out there on the handle.
14 is the lead, Casey. It has been a quarter to forget. Just 6 points for the Nuggets with a minute 27 to go. Sabri. Rosetta pulls down the rebound. And nice action. Pero Hunt, though, felt the contact, saves it.
Oh, nice post, Rosetta.
And Paddy Freeman helps up Rosetta after he fouls it. Taking the chair out from under him just a little bit.
I think he just grabs him, tries to hold him, try to get away with a little tug.
It is the 4th team foul? No, it might be the 5th. No, it's the 4th.
I like it when you make a statement as a question.
Yeah, it's all in the inflection. Oh, great cut, little high and a foul. Pero Hunt hit in the face.
Yeah, beautiful play, nice action. Slice down the lane. Rewarded with a trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where every free throw matters this season, because the Chemist Warehouse has partnered with Basketball New Zealand to bring you the Hoops in Schools program. And every time a free throw goes, that's more money added to the kitty. It's going to be a hoop at a school or a park in a community in need. Every team has hit the mark of 225 this season. That means that is a lot of hoops going in from the Chemist Warehouse all over the country. Stay tuned to Basketball New Zealand social channels to keep abreast of all the information about where those courts are going in.
16-point lead, the fight. Have shut down the Nuggets here in this third. Coming out of halftime. They just went on a run. And the Nuggets haven't had an answer. Seabury to Jansen, John Jansen. Good defense from Pero Hunt. Bazant, Jaden Boucher's in the game. Pull up though from Bazant. It's got a rapid league feel to it at the moment, Casey Frank.
Yeah, the pace is just up and down. Both coaches are letting their players figure it out on the court. And a bucket here for the Nuggets will be a bit of a confidence booster.
Working the shot clock to 4. Seabury. Nice rebound timed by Darcy Knox. And it stays with the Nuggets.
Oh, I love that work rate from the PG. Looks like the smallest player on the court right now. Maybe he's got Jet Thompson. Might be a bit bigger than Jet, but he gets in there for that rebound, fighting off everybody else for it.
7.8. Nice cut. Nice find. A bucket for the Nuggets.
Yeah, and it's because of the basket cut, not selling for the jumper, instead of positive momentum to the room.
That is the third quarter, and just 8 in the quarter for the Nuggets. And the fight well in control. 14 is the lead. We'll be back after the break with the fourth quarter.
What up, TikTok chat? How are we going? We got some questions. We've got some commentary. No, we are not going to put the box game on live tomorrow. You have to pay for Sky to get that. Somebody followed it. We show a game every week throughout the Sal's NBL. Warm Buns.
I'm sorry?
Well, Warm Buns is the name.
Are you talking to me?
That's my pet name for you in the booth. Is true or false to me, the best singlet I've ever worn was in Dunedin with the City Rise Bombers? That's right. I did play with the Bombers. I won a Masters national championship.
Oh, so you've won 5 national titles, not 4.
Well, technically I've won a 5th with the Saints when I played with them 9 games when I came back in 2016.
And you didn't qualify?
Well, I did qualify.
So you've won 5?
Technically.
So we've always said you're a 4-time
Well,
Sal's
I don't
NBL
really
winner.
count that one because I didn't play in the finals. I was in the booth in the finals for that one. But yeah, the Bomber singlet was quality. I enjoyed my time with the Bombers. Everybody say fire. Let's go what? All right, King Keanu. Come on, what? I don't know what you're up to, Keanu. But I appreciate the time, chat. It's always a pleasure. We've got one more TikTok game on the year. This will be the last time we talk to you tonight. But enjoy the game and catch you next week for the last one. Cheers, TikTok.
Fourth quarter about to get underway. Nomai Hokumai, welcome back. 68-54, the Whai lead the Nuggets at the Edgar Centre in Dunedin. Two-game round, the penultimate round of the NZNBL. And for the Whai, they've got another game coming up Sunday up against the Southland Sharks inside the 6. That's where the Whai would like to be. And a win here helps their cause. A win on Sunday really helps their cause. That'll move them to 9-10. And they can get a win over the Jets. They finish at 10-10. And it's game on. See where everything else falls.
A little false start.
Just a clock issue to begin the fourth.
It just didn't start the shot clock, so reset. Let's go again. Oh no, are they going to make him take it down to 19 on the shot clock? Well, they just lost 5 seconds of offense. That's unfortunate for them. I have a feeling it's not going to matter. I don't think there's going to be a shot clock violation in this possession.
Wow. There's a look from Pero Hunt. And there's a rebound from Carey Jr.
Goes out of his zone. Love a rebounding guard. And he's been an excellent rebounder for this squad all season long. A lot of physicality on his dribbles, man. They're not giving him that whistle.
Poked away. Nice defense from Thompson. Rossetto on the reverse is fouled.
John O'Jansen picks up the foul. What number is that for him? I'm trying to look up the stats.
John O'Jansen, that is just his first.
Oh, I can't even complain on the first one.
No, my mistake. It's a second.
That's not too bad.
Anzac Rossetto still with just 3.
He's done well in that third quarter to play the entirety without fouling. Didn't score in the third, but still 16 points. Didn't actually shoot in the third either. 16 points, 4 rebounds for him.
Do you think the Edgar Centre will let him take the blankets to South?
They definitely brought those from the hotel, because I'll tell you one thing the Dunedin doesn't try to do. The Nuggets are not trying to keep you warm in the gym.
They so brought them from the motel.
The first few years I showered in this gym, there was no hot water in the visitor locker room.
Of course there wasn't.
Which was always enjoyable after the game.
Foul on the Carey Jr. drive.
The crowd loves the Darcy Knox triple goes in. Gets a spattering of applause. Just nice to see one tickle the twine. See how much more aggressive the Whai are on these all balls for Carey Jr. They're just giving him no space.
Finish from Bizant.
In the second half, this defense has just led to offense every time. It's not necessarily about points off turnovers, which they've done reasonably well with. They've got 16 on the game points from turnovers, and you see that triple finally drop.
Seabury knocks it down, moves to 8. Quiet game for him. Seabury, that is for sure. It has not been his night. 3 for 16.
They got Anzac Rossetto on the post on Seabury. They wanted to get the ball, and they finally do.
Right idea. The best execution.
Well, the cut was away from the basket, not a front cut, so the pass was never going to get there. And that's what Anzac Rossetto was saying, as we see. Oh, count that, basket interference.
Yeah, Jaden Bouch, you can see there with his fingers. He got his fingers caught in the net. That's deemed basket interference.
I can't grab anything when that ball's up on the rim. There you see the field goal percentage is 37% for the Nuggets. They started off 4 for 6 from 3. They've gone 2 for their last 18.
Bairstow picks up his dribble. Mo King, the highlight reel, back in the game. Putting the move. And Darcy Knox, who stays with him. Great position from Anzac Rossetto and Josh Aitchison. He's in the dark arts of accounting. Hiding all sorts of revenue on that one.
That was a mugging. That was the IRD coming for their piece.
There was fringe benefit tax.
That's a sportsmanlike call, no. Shooting, no.
I think they were asking, Rossetto was asking
He's like,
for
look,
it.
I'm going into the shot.
He's like, I'm with Anzac, man. That's a great foul from Aitchison.
Saves 2 points, heads up play.
Anzac's getting annoyed now.
No, he's just still mad about the Aitchison foul.
Yeah. He's driving. He's going hard. He's hit. He's going to finish. He goes down. Anzac Rossetto.
Who's that foul on? Because Jansen didn't do a ton. Yeah, got a huddle. Coach Kelly telling them, get together, keep it going. Anzac Rossetto aggressive. And Mo King getting the game MVP votes right now. A smattering of votes for other players. But Mo King at the top. I think it was Rossetto early, Mo King late.
And it's Rossetto at the line.
Pretty harsh to put the name up there with the 0%.
That's unlucky, John. That's not us.
You could have chosen anybody else to go with a 0. Matt Barsley, there we go. Did he get in there? Because we're up to 60% from Mojave King.
Both of those players deserve to get some votes. Rossetto can't get the roll.
Look, 13 points.
Yeah, it's doable.
The Phi offense, it's not exactly humming along right now.
Let's just take care of the basketball. The Nuggets have tried to execute. They just haven't been able to be clinical enough with their passing.
It's tough to do against this Phi defense, but shots like that, if they drop, are good to go.
They're getting the effort plays. Seabury. Jansen from the elbow knocks it down.
Oh, that's fundamental. The shot fake, the elbow jumper. If I'm Jansen, we see Anzac Rossetto keeps going for these fakes. If I'm Jansen, I'm going to try and get him up and get another one. Oh, beautiful pass.
Oh, what a dime to Anzac Rossetto.
Beautiful little pocket pass there by Bairstow. Really patient to get it in at the angle that he was succeeding at. Speaking of,
that's another one. Jansen kicking it out. Corner ball from Aitchison. And that stays with the Nuggets.
heads up play.
How was that threaded by Don Carey Jr.?
They're being aggressive with the pass there.
It's cold out on these streets for Jono Jansen.
Jaden Bazette in the mix now.
Anzac Rossetto's climbing up. Use that QR code to have your say. Carey Jr. Bardsley, shot clock winding down. And that is a travel before the shot clock violation.
And they just asked to create that offense there, and I think just made the wrong read a couple of times. Might have gone to that shot earlier, to the kick out earlier, but between two minds is not where you want to be caught on the basketball court.
Stolen. Oh, poked away by Boucher.
He looked for the early return, but it was knocked back. Didn't have all the paperwork lined up.
74-61.
Close the gate action.
Bardsley left wide open. In and out. Jansen, great rebound. Puts it up and in.
Great rebound. Just has a good nose for it. Timeout to the 5.
Yeah, they need to call that. You're right, it's just 11. There's still plenty of time to go in the game. You know, over half a quarter to go. And that's just
strong.
It is strong.
Murphy boxed
put it up and he's still not getting any MVP love. Use that QR code. Give Jono Jansen some
Somebody
love.
give him a vote. Just give him a vote so he doesn't have to be up there all lonely with half a snowman. The five, for me, the five defense has still been good. Offensively, they need to just get back to where they were. Of course, their best offense has been created out of defense here in the second half. We'll take a quick look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Edgar leading scorer in the ballgame with 20. Jono Jansen not far behind with 19. Don Carey Jr., leading rebounder in the game with 7. And Sean Bairstow tops of the assists with 5. Those are your Chemist Warehouse stats from the official stats partner of the Sal's NBL, the Chemist Warehouse.
Nuggets need some stops, need to make a run here. Make it uncomfortable for the Fire out of this timeout. Christian Martin in the game for the Nuggets, number 21. Picking up Bairstow. Show the double in the corner. Fire do well to break out of it. Murphy has a block by Jansen.
Get that shot out of here. Nice attack by Murphy, but Jono Jansen, the long arm of the Otago Nuggets defense, swats that shot out of the paint.
Mojave King with the mismatch.
Well, much like I was talking about the Nuggets earlier, I like rim attacks for the Fire when things aren't going well, but that defense is tightened. Oh, that's tough.
Jansen. Give him some MVP love, people.
If I'm the Fire, I'm getting Edgar back in the ballgame. Jono Jansen's a bit too big for that lineup that's out there right now.
Jansen's moved to 21.
Now leading scorer in the ballgame.
Bairstow almost had it stripped. Murphy comes up with it.
I thought he might have shuffled the feet on the catch, but he does well to catch it and finish with a double pump.
Carey Jr.
Oh, finds it.
How did he get that in?
It's magic, baby. Sleight of hand.
Oh,
somehow
my.
gets it through. I'll see it on the other side.
He's got 18. Bairstow.
Oh, that's a charge.
That is great defense.
Christian Martin, right place, right time. Bairstow extends that arm.
Jansen's got 17%, and he deserves all of it.
Shout out to you, the fans. You're
Game
the real
recognized
MVP.
game.
That's the real MVP. The fans who understand what he's doing out there. Aitchison getting the vote. Or is the Aitchison crew about to come to the party? Because they've come to the party a few times this year.
Matt Bardsley is your leading MVP vote getter. I love it. He's got 8 points, 6 rebounds, and tireless effort. Carey Jr. spinning.
Oh, wait a minute.
Interesting at Edgar Center.
And Matt Bardsley said, hey, man, come up here, guys. Let's get some pressing action.
This is the type of game Matt Bardsley likes.
Look at this move. Really nicely done. Look at the spin. Boom. It's freezing the defense. It's chilly down there. When the defense gets frozen like that, Edgar back in the ballgame. Nice sub. But do the Nuggets have the momentum now?
Pero Hunt. That's the effort of Aitchison.
Oh, the Fire were not counting on that effort.
That defense is claimable. Jansen thought about it. Carey Jr. for 3.
Keep it going.
Yes, it's in.
Keep it going.
Cutting the lead to 4.
The Nuggets are digging deep. Finding answers. What a run by the Nuggies.
Rosetto powering through. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, that's a great settler. Off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Right. He needs to find these into the net because the offense has all but dried up for the Five. Beautiful little run here.
There are some wild swings going on in this game MVP voting. Anzac Rosetto at the line. Can he settle it down? He has 20. for the Whai. He's 4 of 6 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. First of 2 is good.
The Nuggets are down 61-74. They've gone in this 11-3 run to get themselves back in the ball game.
Whai have just 9 points, make it 10 if he makes this one in this quarter.
That's nice. Big fella with the soft touch on display. Much needed points, but the Nuggets still pushing.
Martin for 3. It goes in! Christian Martin's entered the chat.
Well, just the offense lost all that aggression for the majority of that third quarter. It was just gone, but it is back. They are playing with a looseness that had been missing. Nice little handoff and screen by Aitchison. King goes underneath. You go under. Christian Martin makes you pay.
That's his first field goal of the game. He's got 5 points.
Shot that with confidence, though. You love to see Coach Mike Kelly go to Christian Martin in this point. Let's get this handoff. You can hit this shot. We can hit this shot. We are right where we need to be, down 3 with just over 3 to play. The crowd is feeling it. They want to see a win here at the Edgar Center.
They haven't won since April. I believe it's April 9th.
That's it. I'm going to find the date.
Find me the date, Casey. I think I wrote it down in my notes last time I had the Nuggets, but that was a while ago. In my notes, I've got a new notebook. I've got it.
Their last win was the 27th of March.
Their last
April
win,
8th was a Panthers day.
and it was the 27th of March, but that was against the Panthers?
No, the 27th of March was the Jets. They won 108-104 here on their home court. Then they beat the Panthers after that, but those have been vacated. We're not talking about those.
We don't talk about. We don't talk about.
Sorry, we don't want to talk about.
We don't talk about.
Talk about something else.
No, we talk about.
Let's talk about this game, baby.
It's on. Game on. What a fight back from the Nuggets. This could be a season-defining loss for the Whai if they're not careful with the basketball.
There's that defensive energy again.
That's what it was like in the first quarter.
Oh, that's where they want to go in the post of the big fella. Nice double.
Triple.
There's the foul. Oh,
Our
the travel call.
The Nuggets get a stop. 3:04 to go.
It was just 0.9 on the clock there. Need to get the ball in the hands of the post player a little bit earlier if that's the route you want to go, especially with that defensive attention. The energy has just shifted. It is all with the Otago Nuggets now.
What a terrific answer. Martin's 3 rims out.
Nice box out by Anzac Risotto, keeping contact with Jansen the entirety of the way. But I don't like this slow and steady by the Whai. They need to be more aggressive. They play like this, it plays right into the hands of the Nuggets.
Risotto again looking forward in the post. Sees a double, in deep, in trouble. Knocked away, Bardsley. The slippery eagle on it. Kicking it out. Martin with the hesitation. Bardsley gets it back.
Carey wants it. He wants this shot.
He needs it. Jansen going at Risotto. Left it short, Jono Jansen.
Oh, that's the strength of Anzac Risotto. It doesn't look it, but that chest that he puts into Jansen just takes away all that power out of the legs and forces him to be short. And oh, what a steal.
Jansen, but a force to Bazant. Besto.
5 on the clock.
6 to go. Knocks down a huge 3 for the Whai. Makes it 81-75.
How about Sean Bairstow? Now up to 11 points. His first triple of the day on 4 attempts. It couldn't come at a better time for Whai fans.
Carey Jr. Bardsley, of course, has an offensive rebound.
Oh, sees him on the cut. Martin, he's been key in this run.
That is his 5th offensive rebound, Casey, for Matt Bardsley. Aitchison knocks down a 3.
Staying in it. They counted him out from 3, but he was not having it.
That is his first field goal of the game. Whai up 3. Game on at the Edgar Center. And a foul on the drive. That is the 15th foul. That is shots coming up. Bardsley is not 100.
Now, when he went down on that half court, on that challenge, you could tell there was something a little bit iffy about it. Stayed in the game, worked his way through. But now he's off to the bench. CV checks back into the ball game.
They may not have won since March 27th, but this is the effort that they have been having since then. It just hasn't been able to be put together properly to close games out. What can they do in 70 seconds? With Bazant knocking down one of two.
Well, that's not the guy you want to put to the stripe, because that man's got ice water in times like these. He's a player that this FI team certainly trusts to take big shots. And these are as big as it gets in the game right now. Misses the second, though.
Martin with a board. Lead is just 4. Carey Jr. with it. Sabri is out there.
Oh, what a pass!
What a find to Jansen!
Oh.
What a look!
On a string, the frozen rope right down the lane with the left. Beautifully delivered. I love that screen and roll action. The hard cut off the screen.
And what a finish from Jansen as well.
With a lot of contact, avoiding defenders.
I thought they might have had a timeout there, but they've stayed with it. Here's Bairstow. Mojave King. He hasn't had a lot of touches of late. Turns the corner with the right. It rolls in. Mojave King. My, the athleticism is on show.
Confusion up top on that switch. Opened up that driving lane. Nuggets have time to respond.
Carey Jr. Jansen thought about it. Sees the lane.
That's a block.
And that is a foul on Mojave King. Jansen stops the clock, goes to the line. Just the third team foul on the FI. Shots coming up for Jansen.
Mojave King asking, what can I do, as the current leader in the game MVP, Jono Jansen, heads off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. A great recognition. Uses the shot fake, gets the defender in the air again, and gets straight to the cup. Crucial to hit 2 free throws. And then the question is, do the Otago Nuggets want to play 24 seconds of defense, hope they can get to the stop, or do they start playing the fouling game?
Both teams have their BNZ player timeouts available. Jono Jansen looking for points, 24 and 25. Makes the first, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Moves to be the game's leading scorer. About 10 minutes ago, he had 0% of your game MVP votes. Since then, he's been a key piece in this run by the Nuggets. Looking to close this game up to a double. And it's going to be 84-82.
Have to have a stop. Doesn't look like they're fouling. They're going to play this one out and play it how it lies.
Shot clock's to 7. Bairstow, they need to stop the Nuggets. No hand up. Bairstow
Call a timeout here.
makes it a 2-score game.
Oh, Sean Bairstow.
Unless someone does something silly on the 3-point make.
Sean Bairstow just has not had a lot of opportunity with the basketball today, but 2 huge shots here in the 4th quarter. When the FI needed it most, he has delivered. He's now 5 for 9 from the field for 11 points. No shot bigger than that one right there. He's just, before that shot, he was just 1 for, oh sorry, that's Jalen C. Re-looking at. Before that shot, Bairstow, yeah, 5 for 9 now. 4 for 5 from inside the stripe for his 11 points.
The Nuggets will be ruining the 8-point 3rd quarter. They went for long stretches without calling time. This complexion of the game will be different. Maybe they just had a little bit more execution on the offensive end, just couldn't look after the ball properly.
Oh, the Nuggets, they could taste it. They have come so close so many times recently. They have just been pushing their way to wins. Lost by 14, lost by 14. These are all games that they were in right up until the last few minutes. They're desperate to give their devoted fans one more victory on the home court this season. They need something quick and fast. Either one of those works. 100%.
Looking for a 2. A quick two. Jansen with the handoff. Carey Jr.
Good foul. Hands up play.
That is smart. He heads to the line, Don Carey Jr. He's an 84% foul shooter.
Not just yet. That was the first foul to give.
Oh, my bad. That's my mistake, Mojave King in the fire.
He's just got to be careful with that foul. It can look a little unsportsmanlike if you don't go for the ball. Oh, nice back cut.
Oh, that's pretty.
What a block.
Rossetto
What
with
a block.
My goodness, Mojave King with the flush at the other end. The Nuggets were hoping a goaltending call was going to be made. And that will be game. The Nuggets can't believe it. Jansen's fury, he needs an explanation. He felt like that was offensive interference, goaltending.
Yeah, he's thinking it's on the way down. We didn't have a great angle at it from the TV screen. It looked like it was close to, but the officials say clean block, and now the Phi say clean win.
88-82. The Phi hang on. Oh my goodness. Josh Aitchison is your game MVP. Congratulations, Josh. Jono Jansen was strong. He finished strong. 25 points for him. 6 rebounds, 4 assists. The Nuggets lose another one.
Heartbreaking for this Nugget squad. I've got so much respect for this team. They game after game, they come out and they work. This game, they were dead in the water, but they refused to give up. And they've got nothing on the line. They are playing for pride. They are playing for their fans. And they come up short once again. The losing streak continues. The Phi one step closer to the playoffs. Here we have the leading scorers. Jansen leading scorer in the game with 25. Carey Jr. and King with 23 apiece. Rossetto with 22. And Bairstow with a big 5 in the fourth quarter that seals the game. Off to the assist men. Overall, 22 to 15 assists in favor of those. Sorry, we'll go rebounds first. Carey with 8 leading the way. Cruz Ferro Hunt and Mo King 6 apiece for the Phi. Overall, a 43 to 38 advantage on the glass to the Nuggets.
Matt Bardsley had 5 offensive rebounds.
That's impressive. And as impressive as Sean Bairstow with 8 assists. How about Josh Aitchison coming in there with 5 assists off the bench in limited minutes. Jansen doing it all, touching that part of the game as well. On to the defensive side of things. Well, a huge single block for Anzac Rossetto that seals the win. Jansen and King top of that stat as well for their respective clubs.
And those are the steals leaders, Aitchison, Jansen, and Bardsley 2. Bairstow 2 for the Phi. It's been 3 months exactly since the Nuggets had tasted success in the Sal's NBL. The Phi walk off the floor at the Edgar Center. They survive a Nuggets fourth quarter. And it's going to be the Phi with the win, 88-82. They move on to Invercargill to play the Sharks on Sunday. And you can see the game from 5:30. The Hawks and the Saints and the Tuatara and the Jets will go at it tomorrow. And then another doubleheader on Sunday. The first game will be the Rams and the Airs. Every one of those games have playoff implications in the penultimate round of the Sal's NBL. And on behalf of Casey Frank and the Sky Sport crew, thank you so much for watching. And we bid you farewell. Enjoy your weekend.